What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Tactical Tortoise. This is the finals for Pod 5 of the T5S2 series, and this is an exciting one. Pod 5, a little bit of an awkward pod, just in terms of scheduling. Got a little bit behind schedule from the other pods, and we're just finishing it up now. But it is interesting to see sort of the first iteration of the T5S2 series come to a head here. And I think we're seeing some ideas that have been iterated on and in other pods, which I think is really interesting. And this is going to be sort of the last gasp of pre-Psychic Awakening Adeptus Mechanicus, because they are one of the factions that we have on the stream today, but they don't have their engine war buffs quite yet for this pod. That started, I believe, those became legal in pod 16. So in some of the future games that we're going to be having, we're going to have some of the new buffed up super duper AdMech stuff. But today, this is probably going to be the last game that we have on stream of AdMech before that stuff. We also have some
I'm set up.
Chaos Space Marines pre-War of the Spider, which will be interesting, and a little bit of a familiar Chaos Space Marine archetype that I'm very happy to talk about. And speaking of which, let's talk about these lists. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for joining. This is a beautiful Tuesday morning, at least for me. I got up at about 4 a.m. to get this game going. But it's because I love you guys, and I love talking about 40K. So let's talk about it. We just had the Chaos Space Marines deploy here. And as a first in the T5S2 series, we had a Chaos Space Marine player bringing Thousand Suns actually go first. So hopefully we'll get to see the this Infernal Fusillade Risen Rubrique combo go off. That I'm very excited about, because that has not been something that has happened yet. But let's talk about the Heretic Astartes list here. This is Austin Powers, the super spy himself, over in the blue, on the blue side, but playing as the attacker. Won the role to go first and chose to go first. In this scenario, we are playing Precious Cargo, a very good one to go first on because it has a very easily scoreable bonus point, which means that while you often lose the hold more because your opponent can snatch the center objective away from you fairly easily, you can very quickly bonus. And if you're able to push your opponent out of the center, you can run away with the primary objective very quickly. This is an interesting Chaos Space Marine archetype. Like I said, it's something that we've seen before. And it's very similar to the list that Wolf von Mibu popularized in the finals of Pod 3 by crushing all of his games with like 40-point wins. And we're seeing a different variation of it, maybe a little bit more of an optimized one, coming from Austin Powers here. He's bringing a Thousand Suns detachment with 26 Rubric Marines. We have a full Death Star of 20 to pull off that Risen Rubrique combo. Here they are, ready to go and blast some people. Unlike Wolf, he does not have them in an alternate detachment, and so there's no lords for them, so they don't have access to any rerolls. Hopefully he'll just be able to get suppressions off and won't quite need those. We also have a unit of 6 Rubric Marines to follow up with them, I think, just to maybe be a good engineer squad and just to be a solid troops choice, as well as 10 cultists to fill out the rest of that battalion. We have Ahriman in there, as well as a sorcerer with High Magister for +1 to cast. This is a Cult of Duplicity detachment, meaning that both, I think he has, one of the characters, let's see if, I believe he's written down his psychic powers here. One of the characters and the Rubric Marines have the Facade, Sorceress Facade, there it is, on his Sorcerer, in order to redeploy one of these units every turn with effectively a jump. You can teleport them anywhere on the table outside 9 inches of enemy units. And it's going to be very good for this block of 20 if it's able to neutralize the enemies that are near it immediately with its Risen Rubrique. It can quickly redeploy, which is not something that Rubric Marines have been able to do in the past. They've been very slow. And it'll be good to see that Sorceress Facade in action. It does seem like it adds an enormous tool to the Thousand Suns kit. The next attachment we have is actually Black Legion. Not Iron Warriors today, but we are bringing in a Sorcerer with, he has a relic on the sorcerer, I believe. No, he has a relic on his Dark Apostle, excuse me. He has a sorcerer with Abaddon to make all this whole army fearless and give rerolls for his Black Legion units within 6. And has his Warlord trait to in order to trigger that extra CP gain from Abaddon being your Warlord. And the Warlord trait may actually be useful in this game. It gives you a 5+ Death to the False Emperor, which unfortunately in about 50% of games doesn't do anything because you aren't playing against Imperium. But today he is. So hopefully that'll be good. We have 30 cultists to make up the troops in that battalion, as well as the 3 obliterators with Mark of Slaanesh, in order to go off hardcore with Endless Cacophony and double shoot and do a ton of damage. Those guys waiting in Deep Strike so far. It is interesting that Austin has chosen not to take the Iron Warriors version of this detachment, because that would, while that would give him access to the, I believe it's called a rampant technovirus, the Iron Warriors stratagem to count or to reroll the dice on the flesh metal guns on those obliterators to ensure that you get the damage output that you need. He has instead taken Black Legion, probably for that access to Abaddon, which I think is interesting. That adds an additional threat to this list. You have sort of the 3 very punchy units between the Noise Marines, the Obliterators, and the this brick of 20,000 Suns. And I can see in some situations where the support characters are just that. They're support characters. You know, Ahriman's kind of a badass. You have Lucius the Eternal in here as well, which we'll talk about in a second. But having Abaddon in there is just a linebacker that I think really helps the list move forward. Looks like the players are actually getting started real quick here, right off the bat. Last but not least in this list, we have an Emperor's Children detachment with a Dark Apostle with the Remnant of the Maraviglia, Lucius the Eternal, 2 units of 10 cultists, and one thing I actually love about Austin Power's list here, he's used the Kill Team models from the, I forget, the Rogue Trader crewmen, anyway, to represent his cultists for the Emperor's Children, and I love it. They have sort of this Baroque bronzed armor. I think it fits perfectly with the Emperor's Children's attachment. I didn't even notice it at first, and then once I zoomed into his models, I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Actually, very appropriate, I think. But that is we've seen it before, and we love it. It's the Noise Marine detachment. With a billion sonic blasters, you're going to pop Remnant of the Maraviglia. As soon as you can get them into range, you're going to warp time them up the table, and you're going to double shoot and kill everything that your opponent loves with that excruciating frequency stratagem. And Austin has spent his CP to give these guys a buff from their combat elixirs to give them +1 toughness. He has not given them any extra speed this time around. He's given them the extra toughness. That makes a lot of sense. You sort of have to be the aggressor in this situation, but your opponent has so much armor, they're not really going to be able to get out of range. But one thing you don't want to do is take too much damage from stubbers going in. The Belarus energy cannons on the Admech side are going to be devastating, but kind of just got to grin and bear it, I think, for a little bit. So, and we also have a Dark Apostle, obviously, with Remnant in that, and Lucius the Eternal to give reroll 1s to the Noise Marines there. Going over to Walker appropriately on the red side with Adeptus Mechanicus. We'll talk about that list real quick. That is looks like entirely Styges, I believe. Yep, totally Styges for the -1 to hit. That's going to be pretty annoying for this Chaos Space Marine list that's looking to deal a bunch of damage at range. We have a battalion detachment with 3 units of Vanguards, just 5 Vanguards with Plasma Calivers each, 2 Plasma Calivers each, Dominus and a Manipulus to fulfill those requirements. We also have 3 units of Fulgurite Electro Priests, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Scorpius Dune Riders to put everybody into transports, as well as 3 Scorpius Disintegrators with Belarus energy cannons. We have another Styges detachment with Daedalosus and an Engine Seer, 3 more units of Scarii Vanguard with Plasma Calivers, 2 more units of Vanguards with Plasma Calivers, 1 unit with Just arc rifles. Well, it looks like 1 in plasma caliber, actually. Must have run out of points there. As well as a unit of Sicarian infiltrators. With power swords and stub carbines. Probably just to be a harassment unit. Never been super impressed by the Sicarian infiltrators, but sometimes people make it work. But I do love, I mean, as you've seen on stream before, Electro Priests are intensely powerful melee units. The Stygies' ability to make them move 9 inches before the game starts makes them incredibly dangerous, especially if you don't respect their threat range. And then just the reliable firepower of vanguards with carbines, as well as these Scorpius Disintegrators can hammer your opponent at range. I do like this list. I think it's a very straightforward list, and definitely will get a lot better once once the engine war becomes legal. Players have selected their secondary objectives. We have for Austin Powers, we have Big Game Hunter, unsurprising given the fact that his opponent has 9 tanks on the table. We have Recon, a good choice if you're going first and have a bunch of dudes you can use to spread out around the table. And last but not least, we have Marked for Death, and he has picked all of the Electro Priests as well as the Infiltrators as his Marked for Death targets because the Infiltrators just barely qualify for Marked for Death. Over on Walker's side, we're bringing the Reaper, pretty good one, considering your opponent's bringing a billion cultists. We have Engineers, which is almost always good against Chaos, since they typically have a lack of indirect fire shooting. And even if they had a solid indirect fire, Walker has chosen 2 Scorpius Dune Riders to be his Engineers. So not much going to take those guys out early, especially hiding behind this L in the corner of the linear L there. And then last but not least, we've taken Headhunter, which is a pretty good one, although it does sort of require you to punch through the meat of this Chaos Space Marine army. We'll see how well he can do that. Seems to be pretty confident that he can take a lot out early, so we'll see. Talking about the deployment here, Walker has done an excellent job of refused flanking these Rubric Marines. Obviously, Austin deployed them on this side of the table in order to get shots into, I assume, what he assumed would be the Admech castle. And the Admech said, "Hey man, I got two linear ruins. I could just castle on the other side of the table." Unfortunately for him, that puts him in range of these Noise Marines. And the Noise Marines, it looks like, are coming out to play. With the warp time getting right up the table here, I wonder how much stuff that they are in range of, though. That said, they probably can only hit Dune Riders right now, and while Austin would like to not lose his Dune Riders immediately, he'd much rather give them up than the Disintegrators that he's going to use to counterpunch. Thanks everybody in the chat again for joining. I know it is a little early, especially for my U.S. viewers. Probably still in bed, but hopefully all you Brits and Europeans are enjoying the game so far. And we'll send it back to the players' mics real quick here to get an update on what's going on in the game, because it looks like we are halfway through Austin Powers' first turn. Or maybe they're just not saying anything.
Yeah, it's on a 6. Okay. So how many wounds did he give? Oh, he gets 3 back. All right, we're right back to full health. That was a huge waste of time. All right.
Looks like we ate a perils there on the sorcerer down here, and then he used a Weaver.
Goes off because he's got +1 to cast.
Yeah, Weaver of Fates. Is that right? To heal himself.
I think that's it for Psychic. All right, cool. Let's see. This guy's got Diabolic Strength. We don't need that right now. Okay, let's jump into the shooting phase.
And we have the 2+ Invulnerable Save combo potentially on these Rubric Marines, although they probably won't be benefiting from it, given that they are likely to be hit by energy cannons.
All right.
Which are 2 damage and
so
will
we're just
ignore
gonna
all his dust.
right off the bat use the Noise Marines. I'm going to pay 2 CP here, one for Veterans of the Long War, and the other for Excruciating Frequencies, so that it increases their strength by 1 and damage by 1. And we are going to dump
All right, here we go. Looks like we're probably going to knock 2 Scorpius Dune Riders out here if these guys are in
1,
range
2,
of them.
3, 4, 5 Sonic Blasters
Which will be a
and 2
solid
Blast
turn 1.
Masters into the green one. And then everything else. So let's see, 5 and 2 is 7, so that's going to be 13 Sonic Blasters into this thing.
Ooh.
Cool.
One thing to think about, too, is that the Remnant of the Maraviglia does last 1 round. And those Noise Marines get to fire when they die, so it will affect Walker's turn as well. The Noise Marines could potentially fire back during his turn with those reroll 2 wounds and deal some significant damage.
39. Okay, here we go. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1. And needing 4s to wound.
What strength are you now?
It's strength 5 with +1 to wound. So that's 13 saves, ignoring cover.
Yes, it'd just be... What's the minus?
0. So 3 ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes 10 damage.
It's down to 2.
All right, well.
So we're going to go
Didn't blow up
Blast
the first
Masters next,
disintegrator.
so I have to use the Assault profile, so 2d6 shots. Ooh, there we go. Rerolling 1s. Okay, and needing 4s to wound. Alright, cool. That's 4 at AP1. 2. Alright, so the green one takes 8 damage, and then 5 shooting in, so that's going to be 15 shots. Okay, 8. Alright, cool. It's dead. Does it explode? Nope.
Nope.
Looks like we did take the green one out, it looks like.
Two die.
I can put the clock over to you while you're setting those guys up, so I will do so.
And with access to... it's unfortunate for the Adeptus Mechanicus, with access to the shoot twice and deafening cacophony, or endless cacophony, excuse me, you can't set up those Fulgurites in an aggressive position where you would want them to be, because
set up.
they're just going to be double fired on.
Oh, you already changed. Nice. Okay, so they're right there. Okay. And
at this rate, I'm not sure if you even pick the endless cacophony.
What we will do
2 CP to deal 2 damage to a Doom Rider.
I'm going to pay 2 CP. So we'll go down to 11.
Oh,
or
yes, we're doing
9, I mean.
Here we go.
And we're going to do it all again.
Glargify in the chat. How's it going?
Let me make sure. I don't think
nice to see AdMech in the finals. It is, and this is pre-Engine War AdMech.
So, let's see. We're going to shoot this thing.
I did go down to a similar list, round 1 in Pod 17. It was a very fun game. AdMech is always interesting to play against.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put Blast Masters into this thing back here, and then everything else into the blue thing.
putting about 60 shots into this guy.
So these are the Blast Masters, so we got 8 shot.
I think you can take him out. Somehow you'll find a way.
3 wounds, AP1. Good. Okay, and then 18 Sonic Blasters. So that's 60 minus 2, or minus 6, so 50.
So, Chad, what do you think about this matchup? I think Chaos definitely has a big... Oh, that was a lot of garbage. Chaos certainly has a big advantage going first. Obviously, as we're seeing here, blowing
19.
up 2, maybe 3 tanks. Yeah, there you go. Goodbye, Blue.
Nope.
And then
But if anybody can outlast them,
Bob the clock on
it's
to me
9
then, if you
AdMech tanks.
Oh, okay.
Especially since, the Remnant of the Maraviglia is a one-use item. These Noise Marines are not going to be quite as dangerous later on in the game.
what have you left
And
to shoot with?
may start bouncing off of
Nothing.
the... They may start bouncing off of the this armor here.
Unless they were in 24.
AdMech is one of those factions that people who don't play them have little knowledge on what they can do. Well, it's more so now, I think, that they got
you can go ahead and start your
huge
turn on this
swath of new stratagems and
kill
abilities
one,
to use.
hold one bonus. We're going to get 2 points of Big Game Hunter, 1 point for Recon.
Did we have the Blastmasters fire into the pink guy? Is that where they were declared there?
They didn't do anything, though.
Oh, okay.
He passed his...
So this is, we are going to have one Electro Priest unit be able to be placed aggressively out of their transport, and hopefully they can maybe make a charge into here. The Noise Marines are pretty devastating on Overwatch, and especially if you want to soften them up in shooting, they are going to get to shoot at that unit on the way in. It's a very difficult unit to play around because obviously they can attack you so many times back as you're going into them. And if you have any multiple charges, they do get to swing as a charger being Emperor's Children. I think what Walker wants here is to be able to dedicate his plasma weapons to take those guys out. And I imagine that we have probably 2 Vanguard squads in here that's going to be able to start hitting through that toughness 5. We probably... I think we ignore the Rubric Marines for now. Maybe dedicate 1 energy cannon to try to bait out the +1 invulnerable save on those guys. To get them to the 3+ save. And then we put the rest into the Noise Marines and try to kill them. And then maybe use Stubbers to pick up the Cultist squad in the center and try to secure a kill in case the Noise Marines don't go down. But I do think you have to be aggressive with these Electro Priests. They aren't going to do anything with outside of their transports. You can potentially dump a Vanguard squad out over the wall, move it up, and then get this unit back into the transport to give them a bit of speed for later on in the game, which is going to be important. Which I think will probably be what we see here.
Ah, dear.
Sounds like Walker a little bit concerned about his position in the game. I don't blame him. Getting walloped by the Noise Marines top of 1 is not really where you want to be. But it is hard to play around it. I wonder if you just eat, in that deployment, you just eat the Rubric Marine attack. And, they're going to do a bunch of damage, but they're not going to do this amount of damage. And if you get a turn to hit the Noise Marines before they're able to get into combat, they are deployed here. They can double move sort of in the center and maybe threaten back here. But if you deploy the tanks here, then you're not in range. I do like the deployment from Austin Powers. I think that he offered up a no-win scenario to Walker, where either he gets hit by the Infernal Fusillade combo or he gets hit by the Noise Marine combo. He can't avoid both. And I think the Infernal Fusillade combo does significantly less damage, and so that's where you want to be at that point. And the more I think about it, the less I like moving the Electro Priests up right now. Because they are just going to get obliterated by any Noise Marines that die. Although if the Plasma Califers are moving out, then it does give a lot of multiple targets to those guys. So they may choose to fire into the Vanguards and remove them immediately. But the 1-2 punch of this Chaos list is that, you also have to deal with Obliterators coming out the next turn. It's very difficult to escape all of the different combo ranged units that are going to be, coming at you. So even if Walker's able to deal with the Noise Marines this turn, whether he can also do that and kill the Obliterators the next turn is going to be interesting to see. I am a little worried about this AdMech list. I think it's relying a little heavily on the Electro Priests to do a bunch of damage. And like I said before, we have seen those guys deal significant damage in melee, but unfortunately they are a melee unit and they're not that fast. They're only a base move of 6 and a charge. They rely on the Stygie's ability to move very quickly up the table and put pressure on their opponent, but unfortunately, okay, it looks like we did see these green guys get into the green Dune Rider, which is a good move on Walker's part, I believe. But unfortunately, if they're not able to get to grips with their opponent, it's going to be a little tough for them to deal significant damage. While the Scorpius Disintegrators are very efficient, they're very inexpensive, and being inexpensive also means that they're they don't have a ton of damage output. They have solid damage output. They're very good, especially for their points, but it's not significant. This list is very much an attrition list. It slowly grinds you down, and unfortunately, if you're not able to get those big spikes of damage, I think, into this Chaos list, the Chaos list may be a little bit too lethal for it, but we'll see how it goes. Even one Electro Priest unit getting in with these Chaos Space Marines could spell doom for them, and that could be devastating for the Chaos Space Marine army. I think once it loses its frontline units, these two big 20 Marine blobs here and here, the cultists won't stand up in a fight. Sometimes you can make the cultists work if they're a single big unit of 30 or 40 and that you can stack buffs on. You can make them do some significant damage, but otherwise you're just relying on characters. And if the characters go down, it's curtains. So we'll see how it goes.
Shooting. So just going to start with the back disintegrator. Just putting everything into those rubrics.
Okay. I'll pay a CP and increase their invul, so we're up to a 3-up.
Sure.
Okay, looks like we are...
They're -1 to hit also, by the way.
Cool. So Stubbers first, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s.
Looks like we are
And then
trying to get out that 1 +1 of vulnerable save from a disintegrator.
Just single damage there.
I lose 1.
3D3 on the energy cannon.
Ooh.
Also,
Triple ones on the energy cannon shot. Not what you're looking for. But going into a 3+ invulnerable save, probably not.
one
All right, I'll
wounded,
just use your head.
-1.
Yeah,
Good.
probably not doing that
And
much
then
damage.
Missiles. 5. Oops.
Ugh. These hit rolls are just brutal.
3s. Just 1.
All right, 1.
-2.
All right, 3 up.
Oh, it's on the input anyway. Yeah.
Good.
Next one, doing the same.
Okay.
In fact,
I think
let's
we
do it.
retarget the energy cannon, maybe. You
I'm
might
gonna
as
put
well
the
shoot the
mortar
stubbers.
at the cultist unit in the middle, and then
Okay.
everything else rubrics.
Okay, looks like we're just going to try to pick off a unit of cultists here. Grab a kill on the first turn. I don't hate that move. I wonder if the Dune Riders could have moved up a little bit and gotten stubbers
3.
into those guys. If we see
All right,
this
3 cultists dead.
this angle
I
here.
know that's the stubbers at the rubrics. So it's 2
Stubbers at the
saves on them.
rubrics. Okay.
And those are on
Oh,
2s.
Stubbers are doing their work.
One of the it's
And the missiles.
it's sort of a little known fact about Admech, but usually you take a unreasonable amount of damage from the stubber shots. They have so many of them. It's just a hail of bullets. I remember one of my first Pod 1 games against the Chang.
One.
I was playing Grey Knights, and my Paladin squads took most of their damage from stubbers.
Oh, you got
Missiles and disintegrators would usually bounce
And
off,
then
but the
3D3
stubbers, you
shots
just
from
roll a 1
the
every once in a while, and you take a damage from them, and when they're shooting you 50 times a turn with stubber shots, it adds up. And so far, we've seen 3 rubrics dead to stubbers.
So 3 dead.
It looks like only 3 cultists get taken out by this disintegrator shot. And this is not the
Okay.
shooting phase that Walker was looking for
And
sure,
then the third disintegrator is just going to do the
to recover from this.
probably the 3D3 at the
turn 1.
cultists first.
Looks like he may not even grab a kill.
All right, so I lose another 3. Okay.
Uh, That's on the rubrics on 2s,
I believe Abaddon makes his
Okay, one
cultists
more.
fearless.
and then the missiles at the rubrics.
I assume he doesn't just affect Space Marines.
Well, didn't make this time.
Heretic Astartes units,
Yeah.
which I believe the cultists qualify for. They are indeed Heretic Astartes.
All right, 1.
So unfortunately, we won't. I don't think we're going to be picking up a kill turn 1 for Walker, which is a big shift. That puts Austin
And the
up with a
green,
5-point turn 1. And we'll most likely have his Noise
these
Marines
two
available to
Shoot at the
shoot
rubrics.
again next turn. This is probably going as well for Austin Powers as he could have hoped, although the Rubric Marines are slowly being wiped out.
They're on 2. Now I'm going to put these 2 transports into the rubrics as well. So I'll just do all that together.
Okay.
It's not going to kill him.
And I
So,
wonder if it's
4s, no
worth
rubrics.
nudging a transport around the edge of the ruin here to just try to pick off another one of those guys. I don't think that really does much for Austin Powers. He can get line of sight to them, I think, with a deep strike here regardless.
Okay.
And everyone you pick out of either of these units, because they are relying so heavily on a
And
double
then
shoot,
I'm just going to try a stupid
every one of
charge,
them
but,
basically is
capped at
2
least
casualties
anyway,
on
so I'll
the
just go
chaos
into
the chaos side.
Noise Marines.
Okay. So I will pay 1 CP for Veterans of Long War, And it's going to be 54 shots.
Ooh. Oops.
And I'll just do the 2 Blast Masters really quick. And I'll just combine them with, because they have the same profile. Okay, so 54 plus 8. $54 plus 8 should be 62. There we go. Alright, hitting on 6s. And re-rolling 1s.
Just as a point of order, Veterans of the Long War is shooting or fight phase only, right?
I think it's when they're selected to shoot, but I could be wrong.
It says when selected to attack in a shooting or a fight phase.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So I'll return that CD. So we're just going to be winning on 3s.
Glad I double checked that. A lot of the Chaos Space Marine stratagems have bizarre timing. We did notice that on a previous one where you couldn't trigger
9
Veterans on the
moves.
Long War
So 5s.
on a on one of the Noise Marines.
So
Music of the
4,
Apocalypse.
5s.
Even if it was your own
3
turn.
die.
yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's just one of those 3 guys in your own charge phase. All right, here we come. Need an 8-inch charge from these boys. Let's see it.
Time to fail the charge, I guess.
Let's hope they channel some Grey Knights from earlier. Just made every charge. Oh, needs an 8. Yeah, I need a 5 on
Yeah,
one of those
plus
dice
1.
there,
I
bud.
think you needed a
Get
7.
+1. Yeah, so that'll get me in. Just.
Will it?
So. Oh,
Oh, how far
yeah.
am I away,
Okay.
actually?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
so
you're going to be in
6
there, bud.
would put you an inch away because you're 8.7.
Yeah, you need one
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
going
think
7,
that's
so I'll
right.
be in
That's
point
right.
3. Yeah, cool.
You're good. You're good. Oh, we've been on mic block? Oops.
Oh, I've got an extra 1 on there. That's right.
I'm confused.
No. How far was I away?
You're good, dude. Just go ahead and move them in. You're just gonna have to pile in, so you're not gonna get all of them to attack. But
All right,
this
looks
you
like
should
the
be.
players are on the same
like,
page. Would I miss
These
something
guys
here?
should be a little more than an inch away. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Should be
It's
like
just the
right
one.
there because they were behind this dude. Yeah, something like that.
Cool. And then. So.
Well, they must have had the +1 speed from the Manipulus, but I don't know where the other +1's coming from. Unless my line measure is screwed up here.
So I'm going to have 1 guy.
Although I am hosting this game, so
when they've
should
charged,
be an
I
accurate
roll
measurement.
D6 for each model on my unit, and then any 6s do mortal. So I've got 7 guys
Okay.
left.
Do you have to be in base contact for that, or is that just when
No,
you-
it's just when they've completed a charge.
Okay.
None. So then I've got 12 attacks. Hitting on 3s. You're T5 with these guys now? The
Correct.
drugs? So 4s. So there's 2d3 mortals on 6s to wound, and 2 saves at -2.
Jesus, those things are D3 mortals on a 6?
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
buddy.
So you got 2 saves at -2.
Oh, they do it instead of the damage.
Yeah, it's instead of the normal damage.
Okay.
It's not on top.
What's the
So that
damage
just
on this?
kills D3. Oh yeah, you've got
Okay.
fail no
Yeah,
pain.
go. You just go ahead and roll them together. It's fine.
2 3s.
Of course. All right.
Because they'll only kill the single guys, won't they? So
One, second one.
Oh, he tried.
Oh, he almost lives. All right, so 2 dead, and then
And
2d3
then-
mortal wounds.
yeah.
Let's see 2 3s here too. Oh, 2 1s.
Okay,
Get out of
Two,
here.
Feel no pain.
That's not what we
Oh,
wanted
nice.
to see.
All right, lose 2 guys.
We could see a music of
All
the
right, they
apocalypse to shoot
die,
their bolt
and then
pistols.
we're just gonna pop bolt pistols into you.
Oh, here they go.
Re-rolling 1
He just rolled 2 6s on his feel no pains.
and 3s. 1.
Those lucky duck space marines. Staying alive.
One dead.
And they kill one with music of the
So
apocalypse. All right, we
I'll
should see
put the
these
clock on me,
Fulgurites
and
wiped
then
out here as
I'll
well.
I'm just gonna do my
Sure.
thingy.
I'll go for it.
So I'm just
Looks like we can
Just gonna
try point a
base those
space marine
two
over on the
guys.
side, but I don't know if it's going to matter that much. Potentially try point. Looks like we might not be able to confirm that, but I have a sneaking suspicion these noise marines will wipe these dudes out.
So I'll activate these guys now. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys. So that'll be 30 attacks. All right. And I think this unit has an icon. Yes, they do. Okay, so these are getting Death to the False Emperor on a 4+. Let me just check to confirm that really quick.
I'm not sure if Death Off False Emperor is a unmodified rule or not.
I think it says they have an icon, but I honestly can't remember if I did.
No, it is. It is modified 6+. So the prescience will work on that. Pretty strong.
Yeah, okay, we did get an icon. All right, nice, and it didn't roll. All right, hitting on 2s. And re-rolling 1s. And Death to the False Emperor on a 4+, so these are additional attacks. And re-rolling 1s. Okay, and 3s to wound.
Yep.
25.
there you go.
R.I.P. Fulgurites. All right, well, this is rough.
All right,
this
and
is-
I'll consolidate.
Tsung Su in the chat room dropping a tip in. We do have a tip link down in the bottom, and Tsung Su has become the first tipper, dropping 1337 into the jar.
All right.
Thanks, Tsung. That's awesome. Super appreciate it.
So just morale.
I do appreciate
I
all
know
the
they were
support from all my
Yeah.
viewers and all the patrons.
I
over
only
at,
lost 2 with the Noise Marines,
patreon.com/tactical
and the other
tortoise.
guys are immune because they're within 12 Abaddon.
Certainly helps to keep the streams and the competition going.
All right, so I'm going to start my turn. So we are going to do I'm going to activate reroll wounds relic on my priest. So
Oh, we
no
didn't even
prayer.
have a remnant of the Maraviglia active there. Uh-oh. That was just raw damage. Oh, dear. No wonder it took an endless cacophony to kill those tank or that second tank. I was kind of surprised by that. That they didn't just blow both of them up really quickly. But yeah, this is going to be brutal right here. Chaos doesn't even need to drop in. It's obliterators really to deal a ton of damage right now. Yikes. That's what I have to say about that. Big old yikes. I think this might be a quick one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, how much damage do we see these Noise Marines do? They did lose a couple models. Unfortunately, they only lost 2, I think, to those Fulgurites. Some good, some good Feel No Pain from Delightful Agonies rolling up there. We saw a bunch of Noise Marine or Rubric Marines get taken out, but not enough Noise Marines, I think, to make a big difference. And now Remnant of the Maraviglia is active.
Mechanical, sorry, I'm just going to spend 2 CP just to allow it to be Shroud Sam.
Okay, let's see if I get a command point. I do not.
These guys do ignore cover, so I don't know how much damage, how much the Shroud Psalm's going to be doing. Although it will block off the Rubric Marines from doing too much. Although that's not really going to be that much damage. It will also stifle the Obliterators if the Obliterators come down. Because they aren't Iron Warriors today, so they don't ignore cover.
Abaddon will advance. Okay, and these cultists will advance. The Black Legion one right here. What did I roll? 6. Okay.
I'm interested in why the Obliterators are here for Black Legion. I think the Iron Warriors Obliterators do so much more damage than the Black Legion boys, because Black Legion doesn't really do anything for
these
them.
Thousand Suns cultists will advance.
It does give you access to rerolls from Abaddon, but that's about it. That's about all you're getting. I wonder if the Iron Warriors version wouldn't be a little bit more effective. You get access to the defensive buffs, plus you ignore cover, plus you can reroll with your flesh metal guns. But Abaddon is a cool guy, so maybe Austin just wants to play with Abaddon here, which is fair.
All right, and then the Black Legion cultists that are strung out will advance. Okay, they're going that. Okay, and then the Emperor's Children cultists back here advance. Okay, going 8. All right, and then these rubrics will advance. Okay. All right.
So, Chad, how are we feeling about this matchup so far? It feels to me like we
All
are
right.
solidly in the Chaos driver seat here. And I'm not
Yeah, I think
sure
I'm gonna drop the Blitz this turn.
anything really gets them out of this. But we'll see. Maybe the Obliterators could fluff.
Actually, hold on.
And if we only see Dune Riders
get
killed by
line
the
of
Noise
sight
Marines,
with
I don't
these
think the Noise
guys.
Marines are set up to kill the
No.
Disintegrators. The Plasma Calivers could knock the Noise Marines down a peg. And the Return Fire could keep knocking these these Thousand Suns down, and we could see
All right.
a swing back here. But
these Blitz.
we need a bad shooting phase out of the Chaos Space Marines, and they have enough CP to dump a bunch of shots in. It looks like we may be angling to use that Remnant to knock out both Dune Riders with the Noise Marines in order to unlock line of sight for the Obliterators to start shooting at the Disintegrators. This seems like a good move on the Chaos part. I think the AdMech deployment maybe was a little bit too defensive on this top corner here. This top left corner. And kind of played right into the Noise Marines' hands. But I will say that Austin, I think, certainly playing a very good game with this Chaos list. It's probably not the easiest Chaos list to play because you do have to juggle so many offensive buffs, and you have to make sure all of your combos go off perfectly in order for the army to win. And where he's deployed has offered Walker no good options. Either way, whichever way he goes, he's going to be running into one of these powerful shooting units. And doesn't really give him an out. I think Walker needed to castle harder on Objective 2. But in doing so, sort of concentrates his army, gives Austin one big area that he can engage into, which is kind of where he wants to be.
Okay. Then we will do.
Seems to me like we'll probably see.
Oh, sorry.
Dune
I
Riders
forgot to move two guys.
and
Do you
one of
mind if
these
I move them?
Disintegrators.
No, go
I
for
know
it.
it's getting my move phase.
Nah, I'm not fussed about stuff like
At least one
I
of these
can move my
Disintegrators will go
sorcerer.
down. I think we'll probably see the Endless Cacophony. Even though the Remnant's active, we'll probably see the
And then
Endless
we'll
Cacophony
push
onto the
Armin up
Obliterators
too.
to try
Thank
to
you.
knock those Disintegrators out as early as possible.
Okay. So we're gonna jump into the psychic phase. So we will do Delightful Agonies onto the Noise Marines. Rerolling ones. Okay, that power just never wants to go off. All right. We'll go Prescience onto the Obliterate. Okay, Prescience goes off. If I can find where the little puck is. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. Where'd I put my Prescience puck?
Is it already?
Where'd all my psychic? Here, I'll just load them back in. Oh, hey, wait, here we go. Okay. Gotta have my Prescience puck, man. All right, so that's going on there. Then we will do. I think that's the big one we got out of the way. So we'll go Warp Time onto. No, we don't need Warp Time. Okay, we're not going to cast then. All right, Sorcerer's going to do Weaver Fates, which goes off. And Glamour of Zenith, which also goes off. This guy Okay. I'm gonna try and cast Sorcerer's Facade on the Rubric Marine. Fails. Okay, that's fine. So I think we'll jump into the shooting phase. So let's see. I am going to pay. Let's see. We'll go 1 CP for vets. So go down to 8 or 7, and then 1 CP for Let the Galaxy Burn. So these guys are getting Veterans of Long War and Let the Galaxy Burn. And they are going to target the middle disintegrator.
Cool.
Well, actually, I rolled the profile first, so let's do that. So strength is 9, AP 2, damage 1. Oh god, that damage 1 hurts. Okay, that is what it is. Okay, so
Could
in
see
that
if you
case,
reroll
we're
that.
going to pump everything into the.
That Lex the Galaxy Burn is a Black Legion
Yeah, we're just going to shoot the
only
middle
stratagem.
disintegrator.
I just
So
have to look
18
that up
shots
myself.
into it.
And so reroll, hit, and wound rolls.
So hitting on
excuse me,
3s because you're minus
just
1,
hit rolls of 1.
and then we're re-rolling 1s.
So we are hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s here. With their prescience.
Okay,
Which
and
is good.
2s
That'll
to
get around the
wounds.
Styges ability, which is really keeping them alive.
All right, 10 wounds.
So -2, but I get cover.
Yep.
Before's barely saving anyway.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
1, 2,
That
3,
was
4, 5,
awful.
6, 7, 8. It's damage 1, so at least it
But
survives.
that 1 damage keeps the
Hey,
disintegrator
don't try and make me
alive.
feel better about my bad rolls.
Oof. Maybe wanted to reroll that.
All right, so which one is the pink one? The one with the electro priest?
No, the green one.
Green one. Okay, so Noise Marines are targeting that one. I'm paying 1 CP for excruciating frequency.
Do they not both have Noise Marines in them? Or Electro Priests in them?
Okay, so this
Oh,
guy
red
is
has
out of
Electro Priests in it.
range,
Ew.
so he's just going to shoot into the pink guy.
Interesting.
And then the Blastmasters didn't move, and they're going to target the green one. So let's see. I've lost 2, so -3. So that's going to be 15 Noise Marines, so 45. Okay. -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s. And re-rolling 1s. And needing 5s to wound with re-roll the wounds. Okay, 18 wounds.
Ooh. Brutal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it takes 12 damage.
That's the green one again, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see.
I still have Blastmasters, so.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Don't matter. Don't make a difference.
Do I get a command bound or command point? I do. All right.
Does it blow? No. And then it's
Okay.
8 guys inside. So.
Oh, here we should put this on your time.
1 dies.
Okay. So at this stage, we could see an endless cacophony to knock the Fulgurites out. It's going to pretty heavily blunt
Yeah, put them back here.
walkers'
They're not going to get anywhere now anyway.
ability to react.
I suppose I can hide them.
I think we might.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to just aggressively deploy these guys and hope that the
I'm
shooting
only
doesn't kill
shooting
them.
those guys because they scare the shit out of me. I know what they do in melee.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's I needed first turn against you really, so that I could sort of oppress you on the board. But when I'm on the back foot like this, it's hard for me to really get them in properly. So yeah, I think this is going to be over soon, to be honest. When I looked at your stuff as well, I was like, oh, it's too tough because your Noise Marines are too tough for my stubbers. The rubrics are too tough for my stubbers. But I'm starting a new pod with the the new rules, and I shouldn't find it as hard as every game is at the minute. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, to that point too as well. I mean, I think
want
Walker's
the noise
basically a
rings
lock in
until to
here
shoot
for
him again, I
second or
guess.
third place in the
I know
pod.
that you can double shoot. You're
And
probably
that-
going to double shoot your blitz anyway.
The standings points
Now we're
that's
out of range.
afforded by that are pretty
All right, what's in the pink one?
strong.
Just 2 Vanguard squads, one with
Vanguards.
1 arc rifle and a plasma gun, one with 2 plasma guns.
Okay.
So coming in, you know,
let's see. Next,
aiming at
we
the
are
end of the
going
season
to
with the
go-
second place on under your belt, I think it's a pretty good place to be,
Still out of range
especially if
there.
you're in more
We're out of
pods
range on
and
everything.
have the
Okay,
ability to score a
let's
couple
see.
more
How many?
points.
I
If
got
you
6
can,
CP
if you
left.
can
Yeah, we're just gonna
end
shoot it.
2 or 3 pods
All right, so the blitz,
you know,
I'll roll their
on that
weapon
top podium,
profiles again.
you're a pretty good chance to get
Strength 9,
into the invitational.
AP 3, and damage. Come on, big money. No.
Got 1 damage again on the
Okay.
endless cacophony on these obliterators. Really gonna hurt their damage
I think
output
we just
there.
go into the disintegrator and be
just
safe.
loading pea
I'd rather
shooters.
just kill that thing.
All right, and we're gonna try to finish off this wounded disintegrator. That's fair. That's the damage output of Walker's army here.
So same thing, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1. Okay, and wounding on 2s. All right, 10 at -3. Ooh, see, that's
Just
that's
enough.
why I'm glad we fired everybody.
Oh,
in.
exactly
survived.
kills it. Do you reroll there?
Does it blow?
No.
Oh man,
At
I think
least the
I would have
vehicles aren't
rerolled one of
exploding.
those.
Vehicle explosions.
Oh, unless he
offend
rerolled an
me too
explosion
much.
earlier.
I suppose
Oh,
when
I
my
guess
troops
that's
out,
right.
it's worse, but
You just repair your dudes.
yeah.
Makes
Like
sense.
when they're all in the tanks, it's fine. It's like I'll just repair them all back up again. But yeah.
All right, dude. So that's me. So I'll pass the clock over to you, and I'll add up my score. So we're gonna get kill 1, hold 1 bonus. Gonna max out Big Game Hunter. Gonna get 2 points of Reaper, and I got a mark for death last turn too.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go for a.
It's 2 points of recon, I think. But at least
I'm
all
gonna
of
have to try
the
and make some big plays
Chaos
now
Army is on the table here. Nothing left in reserve.
before I get tabled. So
These are all dead.
I don't really have a choice.
So it looks like we're just gonna jump out of the transports and run at the Chaos Army. And just see how far we get. Unfortunately, losing 4 of the 9 tanks here,
It's too far.
including a disintegrator, which is the ones you want to keep around, I think may be too much damage for the AdMech.
There he goes there.
We just have to hope the Chaos roll an
What big
unreasonable
old charge
succession
that
of
is.
1s in order to
that
get
one.
back in this game.
Not so bad. Don't like obliterators. So what have I got the choice of? An 8-inch charge or a 9-inch charge? Well, neither of them seem very appealing, to be honest. But what can I do? I think I'm gonna go for bricks. I'm just gonna put them in a block. It's just easier. So I'm just moving the one guy, and then
That sounds good, dude.
just dumping these guys in a line.
Looks about right.
Do you play Chaos with real models as well? Like in real life, do you normally play Chaos?
What's that?
Do you normally play Chaos?
Yeah, I'm a big Chaos player.
Yeah, I've bought all the new Engine War models, and I'm glad that I don't have to rush to build and paint them for any event soon. And just
That's fair. Yeah, I'm fucking hyped for War of the Spider. I can't wait. Death Guard and Fabius Spile are looking good.
Yeah, my brother plays Death Guard, so he's really looking forward to that.
Dude, they look absolutely insane. And I'm looking on Reddit and seeing people cry about Death Guard, and it's like, what are you talking about? They're so good now.
I know. I mean, 9th is coming in it, so it's like things like, what is it? Giving potentially, depending on what Leviathan looks like after a rules update. But given a Leviathan disgustingly resilient as well is like
Yeah, it looks
insane.
pretty nuts.
They're sort of getting out within 3 and then moving 6. So when I just sort of dump stuff somewhere, it's just to save a bit
Yeah.
of time. They're
Yeah,
not.
no
They're not
wor-
going to
no
move
worries.
anywhere near their normal movement.
So it looks like we want to. We're gonna be allocating the plasma to go into the obliterators. Obliterators have no defensive buffs on them. They are sitting on that 2+ save, but probably won't save them too well against the plasma guns. Coming in at -3 AP. So they will be saving on a 4 in cover, which is pretty strong, but we should see 1 to 2 obliterators killed here, I imagine. Unfortunately, still on Shroud Psalm for the Admech. No way to get those rural ones to hit, which would be very nice this turn. That'd be a good one to have. But the Shroud Psalm, unfortunately, just barely did not save the Admech. It came close to saving the Disintegrator over here. I would think I would have liked to have seen a reroll on one of those saves to keep it alive. That would have been pretty good.
I'm just gonna have to go for it. I'll advance Daedalus.
All right. If we can get Daedalus in range, looks like we can. That will give a lot of these guys +1 to hit, so they will ignore their overheat, which will be good.
Move these guys because that's not technically what.
One thing, when Noise Marines are on the table, one thing you have to keep in mind is the allocation or the order
I'll
in
be
which
back.
you
I'm just gonna go grab some water.
fire
Yeah, no worries,
your weapons, because those Noise Marines, even they die, and they can target anything in range and line of sight. So you could potentially see, if you fire into the Noise Marines first with something random, you could see them kill models that haven't attacked yet. And if you kill too many of them in one shot, they could wipe out a Vanguard squad pretty easily, winning on 3s against it. And that's a big chunk of firepower that you lose. So I imagine Walker's going to put as many shots as he can into these obliterators before he attacks the Noise Marines at all. And one thing as well you can do with the Noise Marines is you can allocate wounds to your Blast Masters first and allow them to shoot their longer range guns to hit targets that are your opponent isn't quite expecting to be in threat, I think. So you can play some cheeky games with the Noise Marines as well. And it looks like we're gonna be seeing a bunch of plasma gun shots go into these obliterators. Probably kill these guys for the most part. We also have the opportunity to drop the Sicarian infiltrators in this turn as well. Only really dealing with rubrics and cultists on Austin Powers' table edge here. Looks like he's blocked out Objective 3 pretty well, but Objective 5 is pretty open. The only screen is the rubrics, and those might get taken out if the Sicarians can get a good charge. So we may see them drop here, and Objective 5 obviously is a bonus point. If
I'll advance these Electro Priests.
If Walker is able to clear it.
Awesome.
Big ol' 1-inch advance. I feel that, bud.
Priest.
So here we go. Moment of truth. This could be a swing turn if we have an excellent round of shooting from the Admech. Unfortunately, without a good Canticle on the table, I'm hesitant to call it too hard for them, but it looks like we're pushing forward with the characters as well. We have the Manipulus sort of just going face. The Dune Rider moving right up the table, probably to eat an Overwatch, and then get this guy into melee to try to slap some of these dudes around. Just trying as hard as we can to knock these guys out and force them to not be able to shoot next turn.
4 cultists there. I don't think I need to worry about
it. It is interesting. Once this Admech army disembarks from its transports, it is a lot more intimidating than it looks. That's a lot of plasma guns on the table. And if we see some good charges, if this charge gets in... Excuse me.
It's like the worst thing for me to try and get Electro Priest, and I was like, so basically, I can't shoot them to wither them down, because if I'm intending to charge them with Electro Priests, you'll just kill the Electro Priest before they get anywhere
Yeah.
close. It's really annoying for me. I hate how tough rubrics are as well.
I do love. I kind of like the more I see Noise Marines and play against them.
Give me strength 5 stubbers with war dates, please.
I kind of
and a couple of
really
flyers to
like
fly in
the
backfield.
design of the unit. I think it's an interesting. It's a very chaos style unit. They aren't that hard to kill, but the downside is that killing them, it's a catch-22. They do get to hit you back when you kill them, so it does force interesting choices, and it forces the player attacking them to make good decisions the turn that they engage the Noise Marines. I think their combo is extremely strong and can really be debilitating, but it's only if you let it get off. And it does require warp time, I think, for the most part, to get them into range. Obviously, none of this game, if that warp time fails on turn 1, this game looks a lot different.
Electro Priests, but we'll see.
You'll definitely do a lot of damage this turn.
I hope so. Yeah, I might just have to let you shoot my troops.
How are we feeling about the damage output from this Admech army, chat? Looks like the Admech army is just going to go ham, try to deal as much damage as possible. This is maybe what we wanted to see last turn, but I do think that an overcommittal into the Noise Marines could be dangerous because they can fight back. But this turn, it might be okay if a lot of the shooting goes into the Obliterators, and then we whittle the Noise Marines down and are able to engage them in combat and deal enough damage to mitigate the unit. I don't think they die this turn, but they could be brought low. Do we think we could see a swing back from the Admech here? This is the turn to do it.
These guys. Let's see where.
Glarg calling it. It's going to bounce. You mean it's going to bounce right off
Again,
of the this Chaos Army?
Rubrics, do my.
Or do you mean that the Admech's going to bounce back into the game?
Jenks and line of sight. These guys.
Looks like Walker playing a bit cagey with his infiltrators. I don't hate this. It means if they fail their charge, they're not totally out of the position. And if he makes a successful charge in these cultists, the string on the cultists here makes them pretty easy to wrap. So you could potentially make yourself a little bit difficult to take out. And none of the characters, none of the melee's in range. So these infiltrators could actually hack apart a lot of these cultists. Pretty easily. The rubrics might put up a fight, but we'll see. Rubrics are basically just Space Marines.
They're not very tough, these guys. Don't get too scared. They're the new flying dudes are going to be a lot better from the new book.
Glarg calling it. The Chaos player is going to be fine.
And I'm not Mars, so I ain't got any mortal wound stratagems on this list. I've just sort of lined them up so they can shoot these cultists, if that makes sense.
Looks like we're going to shoot the cultists.
And then the Eversaw.
I guess. Oh, and it looks like we bought an assassin. And I didn't mention that during the list overview. I must have missed that on the list. Do we have 85 points set aside for that?
No psychic for me. Shooting. Daedalus is going to nominate the Blitz so that anyone within 6 of him gets +1
we
to
do
the
have
shooting.
a operative
I'm gonna
requisition
spend 2
sanctioned
CP
in the first
just to
battalion
change
detachment. I totally
mechanical
missed
to
it.
give everyone
What
rerolls
if you
and
put this
shooting
guy here
as well.
Okay.
and send him into the Noise Marines?
Have you had a CP? I don't know if you've had a CP.
Yeah, I
He's
got
going to
to
do a number on that
during my
unit.
turn.
If anything's going to kill those guys, it's
changed
that
it to-
dude.
Shroud Sound.
And if you put if you put him in a
Cancer
building, he
Shroud
can have a
Sound,
no line of
Cancer
sight
Sound.
charge, and he can't be shot by their shoot when they die
Right.
ability.
So I'm just going to start with these infiltrators. They're just going to put
I
their
think I would
stub,
have much preferred that.
whatever they're called, into that Emperor's Children cultist squad.
Okay.
So I've got, how many have I got in the 8? So I've got 24 shot.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling. Threes. So you've got 7 without cover. Oh, you've just done it all.
Let's do it all at once.
Looks
Looks
like
like they're
that kills
dead.
him. Ooh. All right. Well, there you go. Picks up the first kill of the game for Walker. Pretty nice. Handy chunk towards Reaper as well. Might as well take those shots while you have them.
Then the red transport is going to shoot its stubbers. Oh, is that one big unit? No, that's different.
No.
Different. Yeah, I didn't want to shoot them, and then these guys off the back started disappearing, but they're not that big a unit, are they? So he's just going to shoot at this BL. Is it the Black Legion Cultist Squad? Just on the side. So 12 shots. Convenient.
Looks like it looks to me. I think the screening on the Chaos side may be a little bit. I don't love the screening on the Chaos side, I will say. Definitely could have used the Cultist unit here. Looks to me like if this Evisaur had a place to stand right there, which it looks like it does.
3?
He has reasonable charges on both the Noise Marines and the Thousand Suns.
Okay. There we go.
And getting into the Thousand Suns and killing them means that Objective 5 is secured and you get that bonus point. I think I would have much rather seen the Evisaur jump there instead of dropping the back where he's not really doing anything.
So I'm going to start with this turquoise squad. Overcharge the plasma and put everything into the obliterators.
Multi-charging the Noise Marines obviously is a little bit awkward.
Plasma shots are 2 shots each, so these guys
especially since you opened
the
Thousand Suns to be able to fight back into the Electro Priest with an interrupt.
So hitting on 3s, rerolling.
But I don't think you have much of a.
That's better. 2 hits on first guy, second guy.
You have too many options here.
Winning on 3s.
Think we can get if you're Walker at this stage.
Great.
Okay, -3.
-3, but you're on a 1-up save.
This will be a 4-up save. Good.
It's like the first
and then
Caliber squad
9
bounces
red carbine shots
off of the obliterators. That's too bad. That was a very bad wound roll that they just made.
What toughness are a blitz? 5.
5.
Oh wow. 100% hits there. Oh so boy!
3. These are all 2-ups, but the 3 6s would do 2 damage, and the 5s do 1.
So we'll do these.
And we
one guy
eat 2 from the rad guns.
And one guy takes another.
3 damage from the small arms in that unit.
It's going to do the same.
Don't shoot the rad guns first here, bud.
First guy. 2 hits.
Don't roll the
second guy. 4 hits.
Don't roll the plasma first.
Let's hope for more wounds.
You're gonna waste a wound. Oh well.
4.
Oh wow. Okay.
So one's dead and one takes 2.
Yeah, I should have shot the rad guns first there. You could have killed a second obliterator.
Carbines.
Walker maybe mis-sequencing his shooting here a little bit.
So just 1, which would do 2 damage.
Let's see a fail here. That'd be amazing.
Good.
Fine.
Rad carbines.
I'm going to shoot.
Those carbines are super rad, man. Totally rad, dude.
The yellow squad.
Totally tubular.
So they're getting +1, so I'm just going to roll all the plasma shots together. They can't die. So 2s rerolling 1s and 3s.
I'm constantly impressed by the damage output of these. Yeah, whoa!
They're dead.
Wipes the obliterators with 3 Vanguard shots. Oh man, that's sick. We're doing it, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool.
Slowly but surely, we're getting there. But now the question is, do we start firing into the Noise Marines? I think we have to.
Now,
but unfortunately, they're gonna
Marines and get shot back at.
They're gonna fight back.
Yeah, because what else am I gonna do? Just leave them there. So let's pick carefully. I guess it's not good. Well, I'll shoot with the ones that you're not getting a minus on first, I guess. So I'm going to shoot with
Clarify. I might have been wrong. Yeah, I mean, these Guitar Vanguard squads are so brutal.
Shoot with Wyatt.
every time I play against them, you never consider them, right? Like, they're always inside a transport.
White
You don't
squad,
really think about them.
putting everything
They're just
into
troops
the
choices,
noise
whatever. And then they
brains.
drop out 4
Okay.
2 damage plasma shots
Um,
apiece.
Do I
High
feel my
reliability.
pain? Do I need to?
It's, you know,
risk
it's more damage
overcharging?
output than a Space Marine
Yeah,
unit.
it's gonna
You know,
be
any
too
Space
small.
Marine troop choice, basically, that they can bring.
First guy.
It gets absolutely, totally overshadowed.
One hit. Wounds.
Kills the guy.
So one's dead.
Now you can choose in this situation. This is something I should talk about
2 hits.
quickly. You can choose to fast dice whatever you want in your own units. So you can, for example, if something fires when it dies or attacks when it dies, this is also relevant for Grey Knights because of their the Masters of Combat on Grey Knight Paladin squads, where they can fight when they die in the fight phase. You can choose to fast dice your largest pool of dice, or your largest pool of attacks in your unit. For example, this is something, I'm playing Tyranids, because that's something that I do very often. If I'm attacking with Gene Stealers, I'll attack with the Rending Claws first. Usually I like to attack with the Acid Moss first, just to get them out of the way, but I'll attack with the Rending Claws first. When they trigger their Fight on Death, you can then pull models who've already attacked. Whereas if you attack with the sort of your special weapons or something like that have a low attack volume, when the fight back comes, you may be pulling models who have not yet attacked. Sometimes you see people miss sequence in things like I've caught Space Marine players out with that stratagem who have like a Thunderhammer in a unit, and they attack with the Thunderhammer first, and they end up losing intercessors that have not yet swung, which is a little frustrating for them sometimes. Should double check the wording on Music of the Apocalypse, though, whether it triggers at the end of the shooting or not. But for things that fight on death, that is something that you can keep in mind, and it also matters for characters that can fight on death as well. If you attack some things into a character and it fights on death, you could potentially lose models who have not yet attacked. Let's take a look here.
Pink squad into them.
Okay, so Music of the Apocalypse does trigger after the attacking unit has resolved its attack, so it doesn't matter as much for this, but it does matter in other circumstances.
One hit. No wounds. The arc rifle hits.
Looks like they only shot down 1 Vanguard.
Doesn't
So
wound.
that's good. Or +2 on this other unit.
The rad carbines.
Rad carbines. So rad, dude.
What the? No. No AP.
Kills another one. Slowly but surely. Wow, those Vanguard are not to be trifled with. What a damage output this turn. Holy crap.
Okay, is that unit fired?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We're down to half
we're
of
already
the
on
Noise
my
Marines dead, it looks like.
Shooting into whichever squad hasn't fired yet.
If these Fulgurites can knock out a lot of these Rivet
Big
Marines,
purple still.
the damage
Purple?
output on the
Okay.
Chaos side
Let's
has
go,
been basically removed. It's down to the characters at that point, but the downside is that you have to, as the AdMech player, you then have to
Rolling
fight back for the
wounds.
board.
All right.
And the characters can still deal a ton of damage. Obviously, Thousand Suns, Smiters are always good. No Cult of Magic here. We're Cult of Duplicity, but
Um.
AdMech's starting to fight back.
Need to shoot
We
anymore,
may have
guys,
called it a
now.
little early,
So,
ladies and gentlemen, but we do have to have a good charge from these Fulgurites, and they have to roll well
The
on their fight. Plus, this Eversor
pink
Assassin
transport
could set up to
is gonna
could
shoot
set
into
up
these
to be
rubrics
obnoxious on
back.
Objective 3. Only the Sorcerer here, and that Sorcerer is not kitted to deal tons of mortal wounds, which normally you'd like to see to knock out characters like that.
There's
It
no
is
minus
interesting
on
to
this
see a
dude.
support
Sorry, what were
focused
The heavy
Thousand
stubbers.
Suns detachment rather than
the
the
stubbers,
Supreme
just the
Command that
base
we
guy,
usually see.
The small unit. 2s anyway, weren't it?
Small unit. These guys. Okay.
These guys at the back, yeah.
X 2 1s.
I guess Walker
So
is playing a longer game with
Disintegrator,
that Eversword, rather
gonna
than just going
shoot-
for the charge this turn. Although this is the turn he needs the damage.
Stubbers at the same rubric squad back there.
Okay.
We could just see a
Uh,
deep strike off of this Rubric Marine unit to just jump to the objective 3 and kill
what-
that
how many
Eversword
units have I killed so far?
before he's able to get into the
You
Gladiator.
Right.
I
killed.
think that's probably what we want to see.
2. And now you've killed 3. So I need to kill a couple more. Right, so the back disintegrator on the
Interesting
hill.
we didn't see a
I'm gonna
Vindicari
put the
from
mortar
this,
into the 4-man cultist squad
from this
behind there.
AdMech list.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
It
put
is
the
It does sort of force the Chaos characters back, but
missiles
it puts so much
and the stubbers
pressure
into
on
the
them.
big rubric squad.
If you put him in a corner,
What am I going to
you know, he sits over here somewhere maybe.
Make an already hard charge.
You
even
can see
worse.
all the way through here, and
No,
any of these
what I'll
characters
do,
in the center
I'm
could
gonna put
potentially
the-
get one shot by that guy.
He's not in range of them.
But the Eversor is very aggressive. I don't hate it.
I'm going to put the Fuck it, I'm going to put the missiles and the stubbers into those noise
Alright,
marines.
looks like we're just gonna try to knock these noise marines out. No delightful agonies up there.
So
That failed
mortar
this
at
turn.
the
So they are
middle cultists.
they're
squad.
open. This is the turn you're gonna deal damage to them, and obviously Remnant of the Meraviglia supersedes your normal prayer, so no -1 to hit on them either. Although they are, I think he only has the +1 to hit. Warp Sight Plea, yeah.
Stubbers at the noise marines. 5s. 4. No wait.
Okay.
Another one goes down.
Is that thing done shooting?
Just got the missiles left. 3. 3s. 2 at -2. Now it's done.
Killed 3 more. Oh goodness!
All right.
Wow.
Uh,
We're down to
They're all gonna
5,
shoot
7,
into
8,
the
9 in
electro
that
priest.
unit. Looks like.
Sure.
I think we missed a reroll there. These guys should be rerolling wounds from the Remnant of the Meraviglia.
And then this other disintegrator is going to he's going to put everything into this rubric squad back here. 3 left.
okay.
So the mortar. Nice. They're at -1. They're 2 damage, so.
All right. 1.
And then the missiles. 5. Get rid of some of these dice in a sec.
Oof.
3s.
1, 2, 3
They're at
more.
-2.
Oh, kills 3. Kills them all. Oh man, knocks the Rubric Marine squad out in the back. Everything in the back being wiped out for
And Stubbers are
Walker.
obviously
He's gonna have to redeploy characters to hold that bonus
Shot
objective.
Eversar doesn't want to.
And that removes the hold more for him this turn as well.
Everything. He's obviously not shooting.
Not to mention that I think
I've shot with that side
he
guy.
may be
So
angling
charges,
for a kill more for
I guess
Walker
I'll
this turn.
Start with the
Oh,
risky
goodness.
charge. Don't even know if I needed to do this
Needs
now. Never mind.
needs an 8.
So I will try and get these Electro Priests into those rubrics.
Okay, 26 shots.
One, two, three, 4 wounds
Okay,
go
4.
through on Overwatch. Fails all of the invulnerable saves. Makes only 1
3
DPR. 3 dead. Ugh. That's a brutal Overwatch. These Electro Priests, unfortunately, not that resilient until they kill their first unit. And really need to angle for charges through ruins.
Come on now.
Big money. There you go. There's a 9.
Let's
Get
not
in
do
there,
it.
boys. Oh, man. This is the turn that Walker needed to get right back in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a game on our hands. We may have called it a little bit early for the Chaos Space Marines, coming right out of the gates with a ton of damage. And a 5-point turn on turn 1. Now losing all of their obliterators. Their Rubric Marines are going to get the crap kicked out of them.
I've got 7 left. 3 died, didn't they? So
And
6 is Doom Mortals.
oh, maybe we're forgetting about our Eversor here. No, don't forget about their Eversor, Walker.
Bugger it all. Eversor is going to charge
Oh, okay, all right. We're just rolling there.
the only unit he can declare,
Ghost Field.
which is these Thousand Suns cultists.
Eversor does roll a
Okay.
3d6 to charge, I believe.
3, 6. Okay, so it looks like 5 in rapid fire range. And another 5 shots, so 15. Two. Takes 1.
Down to 5. Put that back to me. And 3d6 charge. Trip 1, there we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Boom. Eversor gets in.
He's just going to come into it.
Whoa. What a swing turn.
Dune Rider is going to charge into the Noise Marines.
Okay, we'll fire our 2 Blast Masters at heavy frequency. So it's going to be 5 shots. Alright, 2 hits. 3s to wound. Rerolling to wound. Okay, 1 wounds.
Takes
Okay,
it.
and damage is 3. And then we got 8 Noise Marines left, so that's going to be 24 shots.
At this stage, I'm not sure if you need... Well, I guess it turns their
Okay,
shooting off for a
rerolling
turn.
1.
But they will kick the crap out of this Dune Rider.
3 wounds.
This is the Dune Rider charging into the Noise
You
Marines.
rerolling
obviously.
wounds on these as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There you go. Into the box. Oh,
Okay,
man.
5 wounds.
Oh, 100% conversion.
Oh
Let's
god,
give us 3
these
more.
tanks cannot save anything
Sweet.
today. Single damage those, weren't they?
Yeah.
This is down to 6.
I don't think it's
His
worth charging
charge
anything else in there.
With +1.
There you go. Certainly don't want to risk your Manipulus.
Then I'm going to try and charge the Manipulus.
Ooh, I
instead.
wouldn't do that. Those
Okay.
guys fight first automatically.
So he would go 8. Will that get him in? Yes.
Oh dear. Will it?
That back to me. Then we'll be alright for time, I'm sure.
Does that charge get Manipulus within an inch of the Noise Marines there?
He was 8 point. This is the thing, like when I measure it, so it went 8. When you measure the distance between models, it says 8.9.6. So technically, if he moves 8, he should be within an inch.
Well, he should
But
be
then I
within
move him
1.5 inches, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me being shit at maths now. So
Does he give himself +1 to
yeah,
charge?
he does. Yeah, so he was moving 7. So I'm gonna have to re-roll that 1 to get him in. My bad. I'm terrible at maths. So that gives him the extra inch then to get him in.
So then he's moving 8, right? Because he's +1?
Well, I've just re-rolled the 1 to a 2.
Right.
So he's moving 8 now. And he's...
So he'd still be over an inch away, right?
Oh shit, yeah. How fucking crap am I at maths? I needed a 9-inch charge, didn't I? There's that... Let's have a look. We'll put him back. So if he moves 8 now, which would get him to there.
That charge does not succeed there, bud.
He's still too far away from that guy. Yeah, never mind. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh well. No, so he's not going to make. Which is probably good, because you probably just spanked him next turn anyway, but never mind.
I think that is better for Walker.
Fight phase, so...
It does cost him a CP
I'm just going to fight with
for
the
no
Electro
reason.
Priests.
But it means that those
-1
Marines are
to
going
hit.
to absolutely crush the Manipulus, I think, in melee. With their Fight First from Emperor's Children. A little awkward. I wonder if we saw some mismathing earlier on the turn that the Fulgurites got in. But I think that was in Austin Power's favor anyway, because he got to kill them during his turn.
Alright, so 4s to hit. So
And
3
the same for the wound rolls would be nice, but I'm not expecting it.
Solid.
So you've got that many saves at -2.
Oh! Solid saving. Yikes.
And then
+4. Oh,
models.
God.
Killed 6 of them, though. Boom. That
Oh,
is a
man,
big
that really
chunk.
hurts. Okay.
And we have to pull from the back in order to allow these guys to attack back, but...
Just gonna come around.
Alright. I'll activate the Noise Marines now. I'll pay 1 CP for Cruel Duelists.
Are you interrupting
So-
then? No.
No, I fight first. So basically...
Oh,
mimic
Emperor Children.
the
Yeah,
interrupt.
yeah.
How many
Yeah.
did the rubrics lose there? They lost 6, right?
Right? Oh,
4 from the mortals, 2
Yeah,
from the wound rolls.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Brutal.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what
So
we needed here.
these guys
Absolutely have to kill the Scorpius Dune Rider, though. Otherwise, they don't get to shoot back next turn. And that'll be awkward for them. They could use it as an anchor for it to survive a little bit, but I do think that they eventually die to melee. The Noise Marines. What a swing back from Adeptus Mechanicus here.
Away. He'll move closer. Okay, he'll move close.
While we're going through this combat, too, I do want to give a shout-out. Wahapedia has added a new Patreon page to their site. And I highly recommend everyone who uses Wahapedia service to stay up to date on Warhammer 40k rules. I highly recommend people go support them. I'm going to drop a link in the chat here for their Patreon, and I really think that we should try to encourage these guys to continue to give us up-to-date and pretty accurate 40k rules. I don't think 40k would be quite as playable online without their service. And especially with 9th edition coming, I imagine they're going to have a lot of work on their plate updating all of the rules for that, especially with new faction rules and everything. So just helping them out I think is gonna be really good. Here we go with the Noise Marines swinging into the Dune Rider. Let's see how much damage they do.
Okay, and we need 5s to wound with reroll the wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, it's
The
another AP, yeah, sorry.
fixes are AP3. Okay, yep.
Yeah, so that's
these
Cruel
are AP3.
Duelists. Gives them rending effectively.
Okay, so it's dead.
Punches 6 damage through. Yeah. Ooh, boy. That's not what Walker wanted to see there. See if we get an explosion here. We could force it to blow up to deal D3 mortals, but it might deal more damage to the Admech army.
Does it blow?
No.
So it has gone. And then you've got your
Brutal.
Pile in.
consolidation.
Yeah. Maybe that was not the right call, but it did require Austin to spend a couple CP. It does give him another kill on the board, though, which is Walker needs to squeak every point out this round that he can. But I do think that right there may put Chaos back in this game, since those Noise Marines can then fire again.
I've got my Eversaw first. It doesn't matter what order we do it in.
Those dangerous Vanguard units.
So I've got 8 attacks. I'm just going to leave him in there, to be honest.
Vanguards are basically exactly what Noise Marines want to be shooting at. Just toughness 3 infantry that they can scythe through. They'll probably kill 3 of these units on their turn, I imagine.
8 die?
How many's in the unit?
It should be 10.
So 7 die, because 1 didn't wound. But then they get 7 extra attacks.
Eversor doing Eversor things. Ooh,
Jeez.
and flubbing hardcore. Kills him
3
exactly,
more
though.
die.
Easy game. All right.
Okay.
So what did we kill here for Walker so far? We killed the Rubrics, we killed double cultists.
Then you got the Rubrics now.
Yeah.
But the Noise Marines stay strong. And everyone will be fearless thanks to Abaddon.
God, we took way more damage over here. I really misplayed my Obliterators. Those guys went in a really bad position. I forgot you had the Plasma back in there.
That is, I think, a strength of the AdMech, the D-Day list. Because those Plasma guns, I did mention it before, but they don't look intimidating, and they're usually in transport, so you don't... It's kind of psychological warfare. You don't consider them until they're on the table, and a lot of times they're not on the table, until things really happen. So you can engage a Dune Rider, and you're like, yeah, this is fine. Dune Rider's okay. He's just hanging out. A little guy with some stubbers, and then it turns out that guy actually dumps out.
So we're gonna
sauce, right?
4 plasma guns.
Yeah,
kicks the crap out of you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I actually really like the list, and especially in formats where kill more is not on the table.
So 14.
I think somebody mentioned that a similar list did very well at Nova this past year, in 2019, because kill more is not a factor in Nova, and we might see lists like this become popular in 9th edition if kill more becomes less of a scoring opportunity. Because having 5-man toughness 3 5-man units may not be that big of a deal in 9th edition, but we'll see. We'll have to see how the rules turn out.
Ugh.
Oh, that
4.
made up for it. 4.
Yeah.
Drops them down to 3. Probably not looking at a double fight here on the Electro Priests. Lost 7 this turn. They might just run away.
Yeah, it's not really worth fighting again with them. They're probably going to run now anyway.
Do you think that leaves the Rubric Marines in a position where they can be killed next turn?
I think we just got morale now.
And we are down to the characters for Chaos to deal
7.
a bunch of damage. But I think...
So they're gone. No. 2 die, because the leadership 8.
I think we could see the
Man,
Admech,
I thought I was going to steal
fight
away
back.
Killmore, but you managed to scrape another unit by. We're really sucks we lost that small rubric squad. Okay, so I'll
how
pop
many
over.
Noise Marines did you lose this turn?
It doesn't matter. They're fearless.
Oh, okay.
So we'll pop it over. So you're going to get Killmore, and I think you actually shot away Holdmore from me also. God, man, losing those rubrics hurts so much. Okay, so I will... No, we haven't killed that unit yet. There's one guy left? Okay.
Yeah, an aggressive list like this Chaos list is really angling for
I think
the
you've still got
2
it,
to 3
'cause you've got more of the
5-point
board than me,
turns.
and
Yeah,
you're probably
but
gonna clear up a lot of these
I
troops.
don't
Because it has to present so much threat in your face that if it's not able to sort of confirm that victory, things can go south for it. And I think we may be seeing that here.
I've sort of lost the Electro Priests now.
Losing out Killmore and Holdmore for Austin, usually I imagine he is relying on a lot of those to see him through to the late game, because so many of his models are going to die turns 2 and 3. And I think the momentum may have just been stolen here by Walker. That said, Walker is, so tightly packed into his deployment zone on this side of the table. And AdMech are not fast, especially without the transports on the table, and with these transports having to have at least one turn of going around the corner of this ruin. We may see Austin able to grab a few more points of bonus and hold more by sticking dudes on these objectives. That said, these infiltrators are actually going to be really powerful. I did kind of poo-poo them earlier when I was going over the lists. I don't think I've ever seen them really do this much damage, but they are very good at killing cultists, and they don't take a lot of damage from cultists. Looks like we are going to throw this sorcerer back here to deal with the Eversor, or to try to deal with the Eversor. I am a little worried about that. I don't think the sorcerer can do it himself. I think he needs to pull back these Rubric Marines and potentially Cult of Duplicity to facade them into the corner to shoot him. And then smite and charge the sorcerer in. That should take him out. But if we see the Feel No Pain pops for that guy, he may survive. And it does take a lot of pressure off Walker because those Rubric Marines will not be there killing his infantry. Although I think Austin Powers needs the Rubric Marines still alive on the table. And pulling them back into the corner keeps them safe for a turn. So that's the move I would like to see made here. But we'll see if he does it. He absolutely has to get rid of these infiltrators, though. The Deep Strikers, I should say. Because they are going to start killing his cultists, and they are going to start killing his backline scorers, and he's going to start losing out that hold more, which is what he needs to confirm this game. This is going to be a sick game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to see how it ends up.
Okay, this cultist squad will advance. Okay.
Looks like the cultists are just running away from the infiltrators. We're not even gonna try to hold objective 5. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it for now. We can force Sorcerer's Facade onto it later, if we need to, and we may actually see a Sorcerer's Facade onto it with the Rubrics if he's gonna ignore the Eversor, so that they can shoot into them. The Rubrics probably deal a significant amount of damage. The 2 wounds on the infiltrators will keep them alive, but only toughness 3, and relying on a 3+ save in melee, which will be mostly negated by the Inferno Bolt Guns on these guys at -2 AP. So a Rubric Marine unit could lambast this unit of infiltrators pretty hardcore. And it does matter. It makes a big difference how much damage these Noise Marines are able to do as well. If they can scythe through, certainly the Electro Priests, if they can kill them, that's going to be a big deal.
I think that might be it for movement. So we'll start out with the Psychic phase. The Sorcerer is going to smite the Eversor.
What other powers has this sorcerer got? Just because I need to do some at the start of the phase, depending on what. So obviously he can smite. Has he got any other mortal wound damage?
Smite, Weaver of Fates, Glamour of Zinch, and Sorcerer's Facade.
Do any of the other ones do mortals other than smite?
Nope.
Then I'll leave it for now.
Okay. 4 up. Feel no pain.
Yeah, but maybe if
Okay,
you had 2
goes off.
powers.
And
However,
mortal
you don't do
wound.
3.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, there
it
we
would have
go.
only saved 1 or something more.
Plants the Eversor for 3 mortals. Yeah, I don't know if Walker has the
Not gonna
CP to
bother.
spare here, but he does have 5
Alright,
going into this
so
round,
we'll do
which is a lot.
this sorcerer is gonna smite your Manipulus.
Yep.
Another
Goes
smite
off,
going
so
off.
D3 mortals.
Oh, another 3 mortals
I'm
coming out of
gonna-
these smite. Yikes!
What other powers have you got? Have you got other ones that do morals from these?
Yeah,
guys?
Armin.
I will spend a CP just to give him a 5-up. Feel no pain from mortal wounds.
Okay. See if I get a CP. I do not.
Oh, actually, no, I can't because he's not a vehicle, so ignore that. I was
Okay.
just trying to check it. It's Questor Mechanicus, so it's knights or things. So I can't stop it.
Okay.
So it takes 3
Armin
done.
will do the same. Which goes off, so it just kills him.
So he's dead.
Okay, 2 smites kill the Manipulus. All right, that's
let's see. We're then going to put prescience
relatively big
onto
deal.
the Noise Marines with Armin.
Impressions on the Noise Marines. I imagine the
Goes
Noise
off.
Marines try to shoot down. Maybe just shoot down all the Vanguards. I don't think we can
Okay,
afford to wrap
and
Daedalosus because he can
then-
smite you back. Maybe we
Let's
try to
see.
kill Daedalosus and
The
wrap this
sorcerer and
this
the
yellow unit.
Rubric Squad's gonna smite.
But I think the Noise Marines have to wrap this turn, otherwise they will all
Goes
be
off.
killed trivially
So 1
next
mortal
turn.
wound on the Electro Priest.
He's
Okay.
dead.
Then we will do. I'll put Glamour of Zinch onto the rubrics again, which goes off, so they're -1 to hit.
Yep.
Then,
And we
let's
smote
see.
away
The
the
sorcerer over here will put Delightful Agonies
Fulgurites
onto
as well,
Noise
the
Marines,
last remaining
which
Fulgurite.
goes off.
That opens that unit up to shoot right now, but I
And
do think it needs to
Armin
redeploy this turn.
will-
I don't think it can stand there for another turn. That's unnecessary.
Nah, we're not gonna warp time Lucius. We could warp time Armin or Abaddon, but I don't really feel like I need to right now. Okay. So let's see. Armin's is gonna. Can we do Gift of Chaos? I think that's a.
Gift of
Trying to
Chaos. It
remember
gives
the
a
range
random
on that
buff, I
thing.
believe. So you roll on a chart. I have to double check that
It's
one.
range 6, so we got 12-inch range. Okay, so we're probably not in range on anything there, which is fine. Okay. So in that case, I think that's it for Psychic. So, what we are going to do... How many CP am I on? I'm at 3 CP. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Gift of Chaos turns you into Chaos Bond. Boon of Change
All right.
gives you a
So
random
the
buff,
Noise Marines
which
are
he does
going
not
to
have.
shoot.
Gift of Chaos is a
And let's see. We
short
are going to
range.
go into...
targeted smite.
You got 5 data dudes left. Alright, so we'll do the Blast Masters into the Electro Priests. Actually, no. Blast Masters will shoot into the Purple Vanguard Squad. And then we have 3, 6, 7, 8 Noise Marines left. So we are going to do 5 into the Electro Priests and 3 into the Purple.
Sure.
Looks
So
like we're going to
2d6 shots
overcommit
into
maybe
the
onto
purple
this purple
guys.
squad. I don't
It's
know
gonna
if
be
you
9.
need that many attacks into them.
Hitting on...
But I imagine he's
threes?
planning
Yeah.
to kill the white
Oh, wait,
Vanguard
wait.
in melee and
As
wrap
long
the
as one of
yellow.
them is within 12, then there's no
Are you
minus.
sure it's not model?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I wish
okay.
it was. But no, it's definitely just unit.
Okay. And then wounding on 3s. Okay. 3 at AP1. Alright, 2 dead.
Oh, this is on the troops, is it?
This is on
Pink
the
squad.
purple dudes.
Cool.
Yeah. Or pink. Whatever. I'm colorblind. Let's see. I said 3 guys, right?
Was that 3 dead?
I don't remember. You rolled...
It's
I
interesting. This Daiji's Dogma
it says in the chat log,
is
doesn't it?
units not models.
1, 2, 1,
1, 2,
3,
definitely
1,
1.
3, 1,
been playing
5.
that wrong.
So 2 dead.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Playing into Styges. Eureka in the chat room calling Go Chaos. Let's see how they do.
And
It's going to be an interesting game.
All right, 5 wounds.
This is on
Purple
the
or pink
priest.
dudes.
Oh, purple.
Pink dudes.
Okay.
So
2
2
dead.
So that will wipe the pink
Uh,
Vanguard squad.
I'll leave a plasma gun. Why not?
Okay, and then we have 15 shots
one
into the
left.
priest. Seven wounds.
Hmm.
Oh, come on. Priests.
Oh,
3
only
dead.
3 go down, 2 alive on the Electro Priests. Probably not going to do a ton of damage, but that can knock out a significant number of Noise Marines next
All right,
turn. If they
I am
get
then
in.
going to pay 1 VC, or 1 VC. God damn, I can't speak now. 1 CP for Infernal Fusillades, and then, so that's 7 rubrics. So we're going to do
Don't love that these rubrics are
14
standing
shots into the green
here. I think
guys,
they're slowly going to get
14
killed.
shots into the orange guy.
Sure.
He's trying to take out these plasma covers, but I don't know if he needs to right now. He has firepower later. He can deal with them. They're not really in range to do much, except shoot back at the Noise Marines, but he has to deal with these infiltrators right now. Otherwise, he's going to start losing too hard on objectives.
Okay, green guys take 7 wounds.
Especially since the Noise Marines are sitting at a
AP2.
2-up save against their macro
So
spiders.
I'll be on 5.
Or their carbines, excuse me.
They're dead.
And they have a high base movement, if I remember as well.
All right, and then
Yeah,
14
so they could just run onto objective
into-
5 and start bonusing. And nothing in range to deal with them currently. Besides maybe some attacks from characters and smites and things.
All right, 7 more.
So I've got. I will be a bit slow. 4 without cover.
2
2
survive
dead.
so far.
2 more without cover. So 6 hits.
Oh man.
3 dead.
Leaves one alive.
4 dead.
Wow. Solid. And we did Infernal Fusillade that shot.
Let's see. Abaddon.
calibers.
Can you shoot anything? Nope. Okay.
Or
So
we
are
finally
going
get to see
go-
Infernal Fusillades used on a T5S2 stream.
we'll
I'm
do
very excited about
one
that.
las gun into the robot guy. It's.
Do they hit on 4s?
Oh, they're hitting on 5s, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's fair. All right.
I also think that that's the champion. I don't know if he's in range.
So I'll do a crack grenade into the Evisaur. Hits.
Ooh.
Wounds.
Does he make his invulnerable? Oh my gosh. Oh.
Hang on. I'm going to CP.
Oh, you're gonna reroll that? Okay, go for it.
ACP.
See
Okay.
lives.
It's good.
Let's hear invulnerable save reroll on the Eversaur. That would have been that lucky duck. If you just
do I
kills the
get a
Eversaur with
CP?
a smite and a crack grenade, get out of here.
I do not. All right. Let's see. Is there anything else we're
Insane
gonna
psychic phase
shoot?
out of the Chaos's turn.
How many kills have we got so far?
Almost getting a
Killed-
3 damage smite into the
You've
Eversaur, and
the
then a 3 damage smite into the
Electro
Manipulus to kill him as well.
Priest, 1 unit of Vanguard, because oh no, 2 units of Vanguard, because there's that
Yeah.
single guy left. But they're probably morale or 50-50 chance.
Okay.
Well, that last guy will probably morale, but I don't think I'm going to kill that many of
All right.
units.
Yeah, I
to be
think
honest.
I'll hang on to the CP. So, I'll
Maybe
tell you what
considering
we're
an
gonna
endless
do.
cacophony here, I don't
Is
think we need
I'm
to,
going
though.
to charge the Electro
CP
Priests.
are
They
too
don't have
valuable.
any shooting, right? No.
Mhm.
So we'll charge the Electro Priests. We will charge the Skitarii squad in front of me, and the dated guy.
Yep.
Charge him too.
So not the white, but
No. Sorry, both Skitarii.
oh, you're going to charge both them.
Yeah.
The Dominus.
No.
Okay. So I've got the Overwatch from the 2 squads in Daedalus. So I'm not going to overcharge the plasma. because there's no point. So what have I got? 8 plasma shots.
I think you. This might be a situation where you do overcharge the plasma.
Threes.
Yeah, I would have
1 at
gotten you an extra
-3.
wound. And losing the plasma gunners doesn't hurt that hard right now because they are about to die in melee, especially since this is a plasma caliber guy. So you could reroll, you could remove that guy. He's easily wrappable. He's probably the easiest wrap target on your table right now, and you want that guy dead before
Wouldn't
the
save
noise
on
marines
that.
go in. I think I would have overcharged
Good.
here.
Nice.
I also
Dead,
don't know
what's
what we
his
rolled for
one shot?
Canticle. It looks like he is.
No. That's it.
All right, cool.
reroll
I'll
hit
just
was
roll
1.
it over here.
There you go.
Okay, so we got a 4-inch charge. Think how I want to get. Man, that doesn't really allow me to do what I wanted to do.
I think it's fine. Looks like he may actually just be going in to kill yellow. Might be able to kill yellow and wrap white. Either way, you can do it. But I don't think you want to be
Okay,
punched
so
by
he should be out of
Daedalus.
heroic
That's
intervention range.
additional attacks that you just don't want to eat, and especially since Daedalus can
You
smite
are
you.
telling me this guy's got 5 freaking wounds? My God, this guy's a
Yeah,
monster.
Tech Marines, boy.
Yeah, he's
They're
only
made
got
out of
4
ro-
up save
they're
though.
made out of robot parts.
5 up in bun. He's not bad. He's only 50 points though.
He's
It's
not
ridiculous.
bad. 50 points to give your whole army plus 1 to hit is not bad, huh?
Yeah, I know. Can't complain. In my new list, I'm trying out some Corpuscari Electro Priests, which are the shooty jazz hands ones. And if he gives them +1 to hit, they explode on 5s and 6s, and then you just use Wrath of Mars, so any 6s to wound do mortals, and you end up with about 50 odd
Okay, that
hits on them.
sounds horrendous.
And they gave him a strat to make him -2 AP as well, so it's strength 5 -2 AP, exploding on 5s or 6s. If you stand them near your other warlord traits with additional hits on 6s and stuff. A unit killed Mortarion for me, and then they only cost 120 points for 10. So I'm giving that a go in the new pod that I've joined.
All right.
That sounds sick.
So I'll keep it on my time. I have to use the bathroom really quick. And,
Yeah, no worries.
let me see if there's any other charges.
We're going to be alright for time anyway, I'm sure. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
we have
take
a whole
long
other
for these
hour.
things.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sorcerer charges the Evasaur.
Sure. So he gets.
Let's do.
Are you going to charge the
let's see.
cultists first?
This unit is advanced, so this cultist squad will charge it.
Yep. So there's no Overwatch then.
7. No, that fails. Okay, go ahead and Overwatch.
Yep. So I've got 4 shots. What have I got? 4 shots. How close are you? Just out of melee bomb range. Yep. That would have been funny.
That would have been funny. I would have been pretty.
4s rerolling failed. Just 1. -1.
Good.
Oh,
there
no!
I was thinking I was going to get that on one of my charges, to be honest.
Oh
Really?
no! Fails the charge.
Four.
You have to
Get in.
re-roll it into a 3 up, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you gotta reroll that.
I have
right?
to do it.
You can't
so-
let that guy.
Yeah, full command point.
You can't let that guy live. You gotta mix up the dice there, bud. All right, there
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
Rolling 1s into 1s is a TTS dice roller special. That's what we call the TTS dice roller striking again.
All right, I'm down to 1 CP. I think that will be all the charges I'm going to make. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Exciting game so far.
Yeah, do you know what? I thought I was going to be. I thought I was just going to get spanked after that first turn.
Yeah.
Because I probably should have just lined my tanks up at the back of the board, but I was worried about. For some reason, I thought he would move closer than he could.
Yeah.
Plus, I needed to not let those rubrics just shoot into my tanks freely as well. So, looking back on it, I should have just put my tanks in a line across the back so that I couldn't have killed two of the transports, which kind of fucked myself up.
Or yeah, I think you could have castled on 2, right? And then like you let the rubric shoot, and like okay, they kill 1, I guess. But
yeah,
the Noise Marines kind of have if Noise Marines can't shoot turn 1, you get to blast them with the energy cannons, and then like if you can kill 5 or 6 of them, they're shooting on the next turn. It's like significant.
yeah, without them shooting back. So
Yeah.
after I deployed, I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But
Yeah.
power of hindsight, I'm not too fussed. At least I managed to make a game out of it by making some fairly big charges that I would normally not like to have to make. But
yeah, for sure.
He's going to win because I'm too far behind and I don't have any priests left. Because normally, at this point, if I've still got a full unit of priests in the transport, then I can sort of get them into his characters in the middle
they
and
can
just
kind of linebacker for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what happened in the last game.
You do have energy cannons though, right? So like, even if
if the screens go,
the screens, even if the characters are hiding behind a wall, at least you can knock one out a turn probably.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, he wants to try and tag one of these disintegrators, but I'm gonna just bring. If I bring Daedalus across, I might not be able to stop him if he just kills that yellow unit. To be honest, because he's just gonna come over. Unless, well, yeah, he probably is. To be fair, you can only swing him around to here. But if that yellow unit gets wiped, then I'm pretty jiggered.
Yep.
But because I don't have my new warlord trait to let me fall back and shoot yet. But you know, the engine war updates give so much more buffs to what the main weaknesses of like this list is.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
So we'll activate.
I'm just gonna intervene Daedalus.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just coming as far as he can. He wouldn't have been able to redeploy them into anywhere that would have helped him because they can't infiltrate, can they?
Spot where they were. They blew up 2 transports turn 1. About as best as I could hope. Okay.
So we had him in spearhead assault.
I'm 0.2 inches away here.
And the Noise Marines are deployed here. So
we're gonna go 0.1.
Oh, sorry, I am spending a CP on the Eversaw just to give him the feel of pain in combat this phase. So
the Noise Marines are deployed on objective 5 here, but I believe he had characters.
All right,
and cultists here, and so he didn't have a great place to redeploy. He could have redeployed him back here, but I think the problem, because it's the same, where he has the same sort of distance he has to travel to get in his shot. The issue is that Walker deployed all of his tanks here, which was sort of the lowest possible amount that the Noise Marines had to walk to get
away
into shooting range. So he got to start shooting.
Everyone else, let's see. Let's just dogpile onto the. He has to go here. This guy can go.
So I mean, they could redeploy, but I don't think anywhere would have gotten them a better shot than where they were, if Walker had refused flank them.
Let's see. Realistically, I'd be able to get 2 guys in. That's probably better than rerolls. So that's an extra 6 attack. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So we're just gonna bring it in.
Sure.
Yeah, that was ages ago. I don't blame you. I want to thank everybody in the chat as well for joining me. Looks like we just got a bunch of new people popping in, so I appreciate it. Everybody getting up early in the morning. Over in the U.S., still 7 a.m. over here, so pretty early game. But obviously, you Europeans probably it's not that. It's not quite as early. But we had a big time difference between these players. I think Austin Powers in Japan, I believe, if I remember correctly, and Walker's over in Britain. So we're
So we're gonna do 2 guys.
we're at a pretty big time difference. We're you know, three separate corners of the globe, I think, is where we're at.
Let me think.
But I appreciate everybody jumping on and watching the stream. It's been a good one so far. Emperor's Children, or Chaos Space Marines, excuse me, came out of the gate swinging, like I said, with a warp time on the Noise Marines, getting right up the table, blowing up 2 Dune Riders, top of 1, which was a huge blow to Walker's Admech. And then turn 2, the pain continued. A unit of Obliterators dropped into this ruin here, killed a Disintegrator that was hiding behind this wall. But then Walker punched back, bottom of 2, dumped all of his 6 Vanguard squads in these transports, dumped all of them out, killed the Obliterators with Vanguards, killed 10 or so or killed, I think, between shooting and combat with a unit of Fulgurites that was in this ruin. Killed probably 10 Rubric Marines out of this unit. Wiped 2 units of Cultists out here and here. Killed a unit of Rubric Marines on this objective as well. Removing that objective from Austin Powers being able to easily hold it. Huge swing back for Walker on the bottom of 2. And we're going to see if the Noise Marines can fight through and get some good wraps to start bonusing again. Looks like they're going to be engaging a Disintegrator, which is a big blow to the Admech. I guess pre-engine war, which is where we're at right now with this pod. Engaging Admech vehicles is how you deal with them. Looks like he's going to be wrapping Daedalosus. Daedalosus is not the most terrifying close combat monster ever, but he does have that Archaeotech device he can use to smite this unit, which is a lot of damage, especially when you're over halfway dead already.
Let's see. Nah, we fucked up the wrap. Oh well.
Not to mention that these are Skitarii Vanguards, which are one of the most annoying units in my opinion, because they they have that 1-inch aura of -1 toughness, which a lot of people forget about, but it will be affecting this Noise Marine unit right now. And making them really regret their decision. Looks like we're not wrapping.
Over here.
Uh-oh. R.I.P. Noise Marines. I think engaging a Disintegrator is going to be annoying, but I do think these Noise Marines are about to die without a wrap there.
So you have a 4 Feel No Pain.
We did spend a CP on the Eversor to give him a Feel No Pain. He ate a bunch of damage from a Smite.
Got left on him 2.
Down to 2.
2.
Because he got smited. 3.
Yeah, the Chaos Psychic phase was brutal the last turn. We're going to see if the Sorcerer can kill him.
Okay.
And I do think
I just don't know if
we'll see a fight on death to kill the Sorcerer, I think, if we...
so we're going to go Vets.
We're going to use Veterans of the Long War to get +1 to wound.
Okay, all hit.
Good thing they all hit. Winning on 2s now.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, he's got a sword. He doesn't have a staff. Uh-oh.
Well, I'll CP that one.
Okay.
And
that sucks.
He makes both saves.
I don't get a CP either.
Go get him, Eversor. Yeah, this is why you need to pull these Rubric Marines back.
Is that all your attacks now?
I don't think shooting into the plasma guns is what you needed these guys to do. They need to start killing these backline models. They're reasonably the only unit that can do that this turn. And dealing 3 damage with a Smite means that you could easily have knocked him out with shooting. See if he can kill the Sorcerer.
I think he only gets the extra when he charges.
I think just committing the Sorcerer into him is a little bit, I think, a little optimistic.
Yeah, it's
unlikely that the Sorcerer kills him by himself, in my opinion. Those assassins, those Imperial Assassins, are not to be trifled with.
T4, are you? I'm strength 4, I'm sure.
You should be strength 5.
Rerolling failed. That's just at -1.
Takes 3 wounds.
Blats him for 3. Ooh. There you go.
Kill him. Maybe with my shooting. We'll see. Didn't need the Feel No Pain, but never mind. God, if I can kill him with my pistol, that might help.
Yeah, it would.
Right, so I'm going to fight with these
That'd be a
Vanguard.
huge swing there, yeah.
Yep.
You've got OBSEC as well anyway, haven't you? So,
I do.
And I don't think I'm going to kill many. It's got 6 attacks hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Three
What
on
a
fives.
terrible,
1. No,
what a
it
terrible roll. And he's
Good.
okay.
Then Daedalus.
Go get him,
I suppose
Daedalus.
they could consolidate again, but I'm not going to get more on there than you. Not at the minute, anyway. Daedalus is 2 attacks with his servo claw. Nothing. The tank. Growl. I think that's everything, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think we have leadership
I've
checks
got
now.
morale, so I've got this one orange plasma guy. Probably going to run. Yep, definitely. Then I've got this one left. His leadership 7 because of the tank. Oh, they're all going to run at this rate. The priests. Oh, I really need to change this dice. So they lost 3, but their leadership 9 because +1 from the tank as well.
So leadership 9.
They lost 3.
5. So I think
Yeah, they're good. And I think that's everything.
that is right.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. On to you. So we're gonna max out recon. We got another mark for death, and we're gonna get kill 1, hold 1 bonus again. Okay.
Yeah. So I think you've got this. Um.
4 more turns for you. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of room to score.
Is there anything
Wow.
in the quarter with objective 5 for recon there?
Should be Armin, yeah.
Okay, yeah, is he over the line? Yeah, I just can't really tell.
Can't tell either. That was the intent, though. Is there
that's
not a?
probably you can just go into the search and destroy deployment, or the line won't go into the middle. You have to hit start game, I think, to get to the
Oh, I see.
to get to the table quarter. There you go, and then you can show table quarters.
Oh, no, he's out. Fuck. All right, I'll take that away then.
I'm sure you'll get it next turn. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to kill all those guys in the middle, so it's not really make a huge difference. Right, so I need him to kill him with this pistol.
Move Armin too far up. Man, I made a lot of mistakes this turn. Oof. All right.
So you're on. There you go. Let me get on that this turn.
All right, so we're back to Walker's turn. Setting up a advance next turn to get to objective 5 more easily.
Next turn, mate. Right.
Looking at the
These tanks ain't gonna do much in this
score,
corner.
we are 15 points up for Austin at the end of his 3rd turn. We should have at least 1 to
So,
2
what do I
points on
do
Reaper
with
for Walker,
these
probably 2
guys?
points on Reaper that we have not
Shoot
marked
my
yet.
guys.
Headhunter is going to be starting to score next round, I believe. I don't think we're going to score it this turn. And then we should be up to 2 on Engineers. We'll kill hold. Block the hold more. But we probably don't kill more. I think we lost. Admech probably lost too many Vanguard squads this turn, I think, to kill more. But now the question is whether Daedalosus, whether everybody falls back. I guess they must. So that they don't die. Makes sense to me. I wonder what the aura on that rad saturation is. I think it's 1 inch, but it might be 3.
2 bloody electro priests.
Because dropping those guys down to toughness 4 is a big old deal against those stubbers. If you can keep it there. Where is that?
Shoot. Not really. He can't shoot anyway, so there's no punish. Well, let's see.
Oh, unfortunately, it is only 1 inch, so he would have to stay into melee to get that. So, unfortunately, we will not be reducing their toughness by 1 just yet. But Daedalosus can still do his little his mini smite to hit him.
Yeah, not much to do. Don't really need to move those engineer points. They can't shoot. Nothing to repair.
Clark, new custom Forge Road has it as 3 inches, -1 strength and toughness. Oh boy. That's really good. Especially if you're dumping these guys out of transports.
Cool.
I think we just have to pour everything we have into the Noise Marines. Unfortunately,
movement phase.
gonna open them up
Daedalosus is just going to use his architect device
fight back.
Okay.
to do D3 mortal wounds to the Noise Marines. 2.
Okay, 2 field nothing. Is that once per game, or can you just do...
Once per game. He can either repair something or do D3 mortals to something.
So it looks like we're only gonna lose 1 Noise
So
Marine to
I
this
lose a
might.
guy, so we'll kill him off. And actually, hold on. I'm not gonna kill. We'll kill this guy. Oh, kill him. There we go. Shooting him to the Electro Priest.
Clench the bum.
All hit. 2 wounds. Nice.
Yay! Make their invulnerables. Unfortunately, they're gonna have to take a lot more of
yeah,
that.
it's quite useful to
I wonder if they
get
could have
sort of
gotten
like
behind
units
the line
that
of sight.
tagging stuff off. Like if he only had a couple of guys left, I could just not move the tank and then use this little smite, auto smite, to untag stuff. So, shooting then.
Until they FAQ, you can
The
put the
red
Birdman in
transport
transports.
is
That's
just gonna stubber.
Taraxii.
Those rubrics.
I haven't actually read their
Hang
data
on, let's
sheet
see
yet.
what that happens
Let's take
here
a look at
first.
them.
So Mavesor's gonna shoot his pistol into your guy.
They're called sterilizers, but they spelled it different. Come on, G-Dub. I
Just
get
one.
it. You can copyright it, but come on. Really?
Okay. He's dead.
Nice.
We shot down the
Now
sorcerer with the Eversor.
I'm
You needed to get
gonna shoot
those
the
Noise Marines back there, bud. Why did
Dominus
you smite? Just pull him out of
into
combat.
the Noise Marines.
Come on.
So I've got
Pull him out of
his
combat, kill that Eversor.
Volcanic
That guy is
Monster
about to
first.
kill the freaking
Hitting
world.
on 3s because he's moved.
Oh my
Reroll
god.
once.
That's a big swing actually
Winning
for
on 3s.
Walker.
It's
I mean, there's a non-zero
6,
chance that
6,
Eversor
yeah. No,
What's
wait.
the AP?
kills 2 cultist units.
Good.
And then his macro stubber, which is 5 shots.
Chat, what kind of Taraxia are we putting in transports? Are we putting
Four,
the Fletchit guys, the Sky Stalkers, or are we putting the Flamer guys? It's probably the Flamer guys, right? What's the difference?
I have much left to shoot these guys. I'm gonna have to put everything from the disintegrator into them, I guess, because I need to try and get these buggers. Stubbers. Sorry, I meant to declare the plus
It's
one
the Flamers?
against
Okay.
them
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
from Daedalus, because that was the only thing I was going to shoot anyway.
It's a pretty cool unit.
5s,
The
so
12-inch
just
flamer?
from the Stubbers.
On a fast boy. On a 12-inch move.
One, feel no pain. Okay, one's dead.
Mortar.
Sterilizors. And they're pretty solid in melee too.
3s. They're at -1.
2. First, feel no
You
pain.
go to strength 5/3 base attacks when they charge.
Good.
It's solid.
Second, feel no pain. One dead. I'm gonna kill off a Blastmaster.
Sure.
Is it done shooting or are you still stuck?
1 missile. Nope. That's it done.
Okay, so I have 1 Blastmaster and 1 Sonic Blaster. So they're both gonna shoot into the Electro Priests.
Mhm.
So Sonic Blaster. Oops, 3 shot. Oh my god.
I mean, the Sky Stalkers seem way better than
Okay, all hits.
than Sicarians, right?
3 to wound. 3 wounds.
They're statistically
Damage, yeah.
identical, except they just
damage
have
1.
faster movement for 3 more points.
Okay, so
One
one's
dice.
dead. The Blastmaster gets 5 shots.
And then they can drop bombs on people, which is pretty sick.
Okay. Oh shoot, that's right. They're hitting on 2s. So 5 hits and 5 wounds. Damage 1. Okay, we
Yeah.
got him. Get me another mark for death point. Okay.
Tech Priest with his las pistol. Doesn't wound.
Trying as hard as we can to pull these guys off objective 4.
And
that
I
might
can't
score Austin the hold more.
1.
Unless this
Isn't it?
Eversor can make a godly charge and kill both of these cultist units, which is
The red
a non-zero
transport
chance.
Is just going to shoot
Although I
into
doubt
the
it.
rubrics.
Yeah. I've never been
Are these
impressed by
minus ones hit?
infiltrators for sure. These ones are
Sorry,
doing
who is
okay,
this one?
but this is a bit of a
Big
special
rubric.
situation.
Yes,
Squad.
they are -1 to hit.
Cool. Just 2 ups.
2 through that.
I think it's the toughest 3 like 4-up save, right? Because like, you just kill them with random stuff. You know, they have 2 wounds, but like las guns will start
With
chipping out.
the new book, they'll be strength 5.
Especially
with
since
the
usually they
las
deep
guns
strike
to come,
in, and if
which
they don't make their charge,
Yeah, that's a
immediately,
big
like,
difference.
they
pretty
just don't do
nasty
anything.
against orcs and marines and stuff. Don't really have anything left to shoot, I don't think, because White fell back, Daedalus has fell back, Dominus has shot, and the other disintegrator had to fall back. So, charges then. What have we got here? We got
Well, so this is squad 2 over here, and this is squad 1 over here.
Well, I'm going to charge them both. Are they both in range of me?
Okay.
Which is, so you've got, oh right, you've got numbered. So the squad 3, I don't think they're in range, are they? So you've got squad 2, squad 1. I think that's what I can do in it. Or can I? 2, 1. Yep. I think I'm in range of that guy. So squad's turn 1 are getting charged then, because they're the ones I can declare. There's no Overwatch anyway, is there?
No.
There's 9. Now let me just check something.
I don't know what we're drawing here, but these squad demarcations do not look correct. Looks like 1 is somehow these two and these guys. Yeah, 1 chains all the way around, and then 2 looks like this. 2 is going to be fearless, so you have to kill them and then kill like.
I'll start him here.
Basically, yeah, I don't know.
So you
Actually, I don't know if you
consolidate
can kill all of
6
them.
anyway.
So you're probably not taking 3 away. So he's just going to kill 1 unit of cultist here, I imagine.
Right, so
He only
Tech
maxes at
Priest
12 attacks,
Engineer
right?
is charging the Noise Marines, so you just got this one guy
Okay.
to shoot.
Tech Priest is charging the Noise Marines. Good luck, buddy. You'll be fine. You have 2 attacks.
Hey, it hits. Was he T2 or T3?
4.
Oh, he's T4. Okay. That still wounds. Failed.
Takes the damage. Brutal.
3 damage.
Jeez. He's auto in.
Go
Yeah,
get him,
yeah.
buddy.
To base this dude. And then I'm going to charge the Dominus in.
Yep.
So there'll be no Overwatch now.
5, and you're -2 because you're in a.
Oh yeah, that was a mistake.
I think that makes it in.
How many CPs have I got left? 2. Nope, I'll just have to turn that one on the chin as a boo-boo.
Okay.
I should have moved that tank further back. I wasn't going to win anyway, but I'm playing really bad. Never mind. Right, so. How many CPs you got left? You can't interrupt anyway. So let's.
Correct.
Ever
Well,
saw...
I mean, I'll be.
Oh,
I'll
you're
be
Emperor's
kind.
Children, aren't you?
In
Yeah,
auto
yeah, yeah.
interrupt.
Okay. So I'll hit with my engines here first in that case. So I got.
I wonder if this
2
is a
attacks.
situation. I imagine Austin Powers
Force,
100%
just
pulls
for
this
the
Noise
attacks.
Marine, tries to shoot the NGC to death with his pistol. Just the ultimate PM.
And it's AP2.
Oh,
Failed 2. 3 damage,
2
yeah?
2 damage.
Or 2 damage? Okay. 1's dead. Next guy.
kills 2. All right,
2 are dead.
we're getting there.
Let's see.
So 1 guy can pull out
So if I pull this
and
guy,
shoot his pistol, and then the other guy can shoot into.
I could then
shoot
kill a
into the
dude and
vanguard.
shoot nothing useful. So we'll just kill. We'll kill 1.
What are
This
we
feels
doing
bad.
here?
I
What are we
don't want
doing?
to kill Blastmaster, but we have to do
Kill the
it.
guy in melee.
Okay.
They can't shoot.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go.
then-
I will. I'm gonna fight now.
Yeah, no worries.
So I've got this
Guess he
objective.
wanted to fight.
Pretty much
I feel
no
like
matter
shooting's
what.
better,
I've
though.
lost 5 guys and leadership 8. Okay, so we're probably gonna be losing some dudes to morale. So we will consolidate.
It also pulls you out of melee if you
I
pull
think
that
this
guy.
is these 2 guys I have to consolidate.
This dude has a 3-up save, right?
don't
So
have
like
to,
non-zero
you know
chance
what
you
I
just don't kill
Yeah.
him. I don't know. This could go poorly.
Is this on my time, but
No, but I'm sure with 2 units left on the board, we've got more than enough time, and I don't find it too bad playing on here, to be honest.
yeah. All right. So we should be within here and coherency here. So we're gonna get 3 guys into the Tech Priest.
Hmm.
Okay. If Force to wound.
Huh. Just have to make 4 3-ups. Easy game,
Nice.
dude. Get stuffed.
Cool.
You have to pull that guy. What are you doing?
Yeah, I should have moved these tanks back. I thought it would do more to the thingies, and I messed up by not getting that dominance into
See.
combat as well, to be
So
honest.
we can definitely pile this guy in to tag this tank. Okay, and then let's see. I'm thinking this guy has to
What's
move
happening
this
over
way.
here right now? You can't pull off the objective.
So we're
That
2.3
removes 2
right
points
now.
from you. Where are we going? Where you going, buddy? I guess this guy could
So
go
if I move
here.
there.
Where are you going?
Oh, this guy's got to stay on the.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what's happening right now.
Okay, so I have to move closer to this. Okay, nope, I can't do that. So he's got to stay there. Okay, so we'll just tag this tank then. That's
Cool.
fine.
Tank's
So
about
I've
to
got
kick the
the
crap out of you.
Eversaw
Go ahead.
into Cultist Squad 1. Six dead. You've got no save, dear, on -1.
Oh, yeah, those are wound rules. Yeah, 6 dead.
Yeah, and then 6 more attacks.
We can just kill them off.
4 more.
I think you're gonna kill 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
especially
what
since
wins are
that
left?
unit's not
2.
even fearless.
I
So
don't wanna
6
risk these
almost
guys
guarantees a
killing
kill
him.
anyway from the morale.
Let's get these kills. So he's just going to consolidate, but be outside of an inch of those. But he's obviously still declared them as a charge. My tank can hit your noise marines. That you tank.
Yeah.
Go get him, tank. All right.
Nothing.
We tried.
And then I'm gonna blow my last 2 CP at the
Okay.
end of the fight phase on the Eversaw.
Try again.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do
Okay.
my CP regen when I killed that guy. Never mind. That's my fault.
I'm always confused if you can. Actually, you didn't charge this turn, right?
I
Oh yeah,
did.
you did. Never mind.
Because I pistoled
forget
the
what I was saying.
guy. Pistoled the guy so that he
Yeah.
could charge, and then because that one guy was in range, it means if I fight again, I didn't have to tag them. I could just
Yeah,
stay outside and then tag them and get those
I forgot
guys.
you charged and killed him. Okay.
I always forget when I'm using assassins to claim my CP for the strat. If I don't, if I let myself do it, then you never learn. Rerolling fails. So that is 6 dead
Okay.
and 6 more
Yeah,
attacks.
and since you were the spider, that strat is free, by the way.
Oh, I know. Which is good.
Chiendak.
Uh,
Can he pile in if the unit's out of coherency? I'm not sure.
and 4
Are
more.
you referring to
So
the
that'd be 10
more?
total.
Okay.
the
Yep.
noise
So
marines?
you-
Because they're not out of coherency.
Guy just deletes.
And you can
units
pile
gets
in
nothing.
if the pile in gets them back into
All right.
coherency. Otherwise,
Yeah, I think
movement
you're going to be able
would
to
be
just
impossible.
include them like you can Inquisitors and just pay 2 CP
Really
if you
like
want to
that.
change them, which is really good because the 2 CP was expensive, but they are handy. I am just going to leave him.
So we went down to 0 CP to fight twice
Where
with the
he
Eversaur.
is.
That will clear the
And
second
then
unit of cultists
that'll
out.
be my turn.
It's a
All
big
right, so I need to
swing,
do a
'cause that
leadership check on the
gets
noise
him-
marines. So I
Well, it
lost
gets him
5.
to blocking the hold more. If he got the advance into objective 5,
We're
we
good.
gotten the bonus, but I think we missed it.
I
He's hoping to kill
Do you have any
the
leadership checks?
the noises, I
I think
imagine,
everyone
but
died, to be honest.
there's still a couple alive.
So I think I'm still getting kill and hold more.
Hold the same.
I've got 2 to
You're
your.
on
Oh no!
2.
This
I claimed
assassin.
that. Yeah, and then
assassin.
I get a bonus because that's. Oh no, your priority is the other one you moved it
Yeah.
in, didn't you? So I need to get onto that
No
one for a
bonus this
bonus
turn.
next
Right.
time. Fair enough. So we're holding the same. but you definitely killed more than me.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it looks like that, and then add in your.
How many models have I killed of yours now?
You've killed.
So
Probably just chalk yourself up to 3 points of Reaper, I'd say.
Because the obliterators count towards it as well, because they're infantry now, don't they?
I think you're skirting the edge of
we're
80
at 20
kills.
rubrics right now, I think.
Well, I'll just put it on 3 and then kill a
Plus
few.
1, 2.
See, I mean, you're not that
should
far
be
behind.
40.
I mean, it's just 10 points.
Well, when
Or,
I've got
yeah,
no units left and
35,
both my
or
disintegrators are
about
tanked,
probably
that's
75
kind of game.
wins.
Unless they get really lucky and kill the noise marines in combat.
Unfortunately,
But we'll see.
Austin being able to grab objective 4 may
Yeah,
have pulled
I
this
played
game
another
back.
chaos guy, but he just ran like big cultist blob. So I was just like, right, I'll sit in the corner,
Murdered him.
and then when he's dead, I'll run out and try and claim the end points, and I won
That's
by like a point. But that's not gonna.
Yeah, he needed to kill these noise
alright,
marines this turn.
so
Unfortunately, losing
start
out on the
off-
hold
I have to
more.
do prayers first.
He's
so
a big
let's-
swing.
Let's start off
Keeps
doing that.
Austin
So we are going to do
scoring 3 to 4
reroll
primaries a turn. And those noise
Goes
marines shutting off the disintegrators is going to be
my
problematic.
canticle is reroll failed morale, which doesn't really help when all your troops are dead. But never mind.
That's true. That would have really helped the last turn, though. I'm gonna have to advance these cultists.
I'm going to go silent and pop off here momentarily, but I'll be back
Do
in
I
a second,
want
chat.
to play that game? Yeah, that's
Stay
fine.
tuned.
Okay, advance. What's your little blow up radius? It's 3 inches, right?
It is 6.
Oh, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, is D3 mortal wounds?
On a 4 up to any unit within 6.
That is pure silliness. Okay. Alright, I think it might be time to yeet Abaddon up and have him start carrying the. Armin. Where are you gonna go? We gotta get a guy in this quarter so I can actually get recon. Alright, let me just make sure. Should be in that little back corner now. Alright, we're good. Oh man, I can't believe I screwed that up. Alright, these noise marines are pretty happy where they're at. We could just blast this guy and charge. Oh no, we're still tagged on the vehicle. Okay, so I can shoot that guy. No problem. What do we want to do with Lucius? I think Lucius will advance. Okay, he's going 7. And the Dark Apostle will advance. Okay, he's going 9. Alright, and then Armin.
So I mentioned earlier, I liked the inclusion of Abaddon just as a big linebacker
And let's see,
to close
Rubrics are
games.
not going to move. They're
And I
not
think
gonna
we are about to
move.
see that happen
Cultists.
here.
God, I am like running low on cultists.
Abaddon moving forward to put sort of the nail in the coffin of this Adamant castle. These disintegrators have to escape immediately, basically, and get out of this corner as quickly as they can.
Is going to start off by putting Delightful Agonies onto
this
the,
corner.
Onto the cultists.
Let's have a look. So he's within 18. Oh, I've got no CP. No idea.
Do you have a thing
that? It's a CP. I've got no CP left, so it doesn't matter. Okay. No, I was thinking about the Eversaw, but
Armin will warp time Abaddon. goes off. Okay. And then Aramin will smite the Evisaur. Goes off because he's got +1.
Yep.
Or 2 mortal wounds.
Yeah, he's
Get out of
All
here.
right, the Evisaur
jackass.
goes down.
Does he blow on them? It's a D3 mortals to the cultists. Just one.
1? Okay. All right. Let's see. Armin's got 1 more power, so we can do. We'll do prescience onto the rubrics. Which fails. And then these rubrics are going to. Where do I need
Let's see
them?
a facade.
I think these rubrics will teleport.
Oh
which
no!
fails. Okay, so they're
Never
hanging
mind.
out there.
Yikes!
That's unfortunate. Okay. That is what it is. Alright, and then that's it. Yep, that looks like. Alright, so I think we're just ready to jump into the shooting phase. So we're going to do 2 bolt pistols into the Tech Priest engines here.
Yep.
And 1 wounds.
He's good.
Good. Oh, he's got a 3F, doesn't he?
Cover, yeah. Well, he's on a 2 up in
H
cover.
here. Oh, fair. All right. Then we are going to do Abaddon is going to shoot into. He'll shoot into the Scorpius back here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. 4 hits.
He'll hit on 3s, won't he?
Oh,
The
right,
-1.
right. Okay, so I'll hit. 1 wounds, AP 1. Okay, and D3 damage for 2.
Down 10.
Okay, the rubrics are not going to do anything. So I think we're just on to charges. So Abaddon will do everything right here. The Tech Priest Dominus, the
Yep.
Mr. D Man, and yeah.
So I'll overcharge the plasma. So the first
here
guy.
we go. Hey,
hit.
we got
Second
1,
guy
and he dies.
dies. Winning on a 3, presumably. 1 wound on whatever his input is.
Boom.
Okay.
Bing!
Picks
Pinks him for
also
2.
damage.
That's sick.
He has
See
cell
if
damage
the-
going into him.
Okay.
See if the rad can get him.
Okay.
Rad carbines.
Those are some pretty rad carbines.
What's his toughness? 5 or 6? He is T5. So 1
T5.
save. Yeah, just on his
1.
armor. Be a 2 up on it. Good. And then the Dominus. So his Volkite Blaster. Nothing is Macro Stubber. Nothing, and then Daedalus' his pistol. D3 shots. 1. Doesn't hit. That's it.
Okay. All right, Abaddon. Time for what did we need? I think an 8. No, 7.
7.
Okay.
Oh,
That is a set. Oh my god.
Easy peasy. Just roll out your charges, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Let's see. Any other charges? I'm really happy we dealt with that assassin. I just did not want to deal with that guy. I think that's going to be everything. So I'm just going to pile in. I'm going to activate the Noise Marines first because they have strike first.
mm-hmm.
God, is there any way I can get that guy on the other side of the... I think I might be able to get this guy on the other side of the wall. Is that 2 inches right there? Yeah, it looks like
Yep.
it. So we have 3 guys fighting the Tech Priest.
Yep.
Okay, 2-5. Okay, and 3 to wound, or 4 to wound. 3 wounds. Oh, that jackass! All right.
Tech Priest continues to
so he's
fight
going to
on. Amazing.
and that should tag the other tank.
Yeah.
Go get him, Tech
all
Priest.
right.
I believe in your ability to
Then
kill
what
this
we
unit
are
of
going
dudes.
to do is we'll have Abaddon pile in.
I don't think you
Can I
can
get
get him
within
into
an inch of here?
Daedalus. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
okay, so we can get
All
it
right.
with an inch of data, whatever. All right, so I have to roll Dracnian. Okay, Dracnian gives him 5 attacks and doesn't try to eat his face, which is lovely. Does this guy have an invulnerable save?
5 up.
He's got a 5 up. Okay. So I think we just use everything with Dracnian. So it's got 7 attacks on the charge. Yeah. Okay, and then we do probably 5 into the Mr. D-Man and the rest into the Vanguard. So Vanguard for re-rolling.
Good thing you reroll.
So let's see, I get Death of the False Emperor on a 5, so I'm just going to re-roll anything that's not a 5. Okay.
Solid.
Okay,
All right.
he's hit and choose
Casual
the wounds.
17 hits.
All right,
They're
that's oh
probably
shit,
dead.
we just deleted all those. Okay, Skidari are dead, and then we have 5 attacks going into the.
I
Tech
don't think they
Priest
would have
now.
got a save anyway, would they?
They have a 6-up in Vol, yeah.
Oh yeah, they do. I always forget about that.
So that misses, and then 3 Death with False. Okay, so that's gone, and then 2's to wound. Or he's T4, yeah. So 3's to wound. Oof. Okay.
Got him.
Was hopeful.
Good job, Abby.
All right, and I think Abaddon's just gonna hang out where he's at. Okay. So I think
So
that's
we've got
me.
Tech
Okay.
Priest hit him back, so he's got 2 attacks. Nothing, and then the 2 tanks. One save.
1.
Yep. Yeah, this ain't gonna take long now. Can't get these guys off my body guys.
So at the end of my turn, I'm gonna get kill 1, hold 1 bonus again. Finally getting my last point of recon, and that's me.
Cool. Right, so Infiltrator's gonna advance.
Okay.
have you got in there? Lucius is going to mess them up. Which is why they're just going to... Let's do some thinking. Should have done this earlier, but I don't think it made a difference in the grand scheme of things. Um, so, where would he get to?
I guess the question mark is whether these characters can kill these noise marines this turn for Walker. That at least will get him a bonus point back in the scoreboard, but I think Abaddon's about to ruin this man's whole career.
Okay.
I don't think I've got anything else, do I? No.
Yeah, and he can score a hold more if he's able to kill these cultists off of this objective. Abaddon did leave so that they are susceptible to morale. So if you kill enough of them, you can force them to fall back.
Transport
run away.
At Cultist Squad 3.
Oops. Ooh.
No AP.
Yeah,
all right, 5.
Half of them. More than half, actually. There's only a couple left.
Oh. Okay. Well, we got to.
You could just pull the leader there, but I guess they would run away.
Dominus into
almost
the
automatically.
Noise Marines. So Macros to bear. Three, no AP. You got three guys. Two guys don't have cover. Sorry.
Okay, this one.
And then his Volcat Blast.
Kill off.
Threes. Reroll on the one from himself.
So he gets to shoot either the Macro Stubber or the Volkite Blaster, right?
You can shoot all your weapons with a unit, can't you?
Well, because a Stubber is a pistol, so you can't shoot it with also your non-pistol.
Oh shit! Sorry. Ignore that then.
Never even bothered to look. I don't know AdMech at all.
No, I never used to shoot his pistol, and when I played like a Tech Marine Gunner, I presumed that you could just shoot all your weapons, but I didn't realise it didn't include pistols, so my bad. So just his Volkite Blaster then.
Eureka.
2 saves. No AP.
So this guy didn't die?
No delightful agonies on them this turn, it looks like. I think they're out of range. At least we don't have a token.
He's dead again.
Well, he died. I think that's... can't shoot with them because they advanced. And can't shoot with them.
I imagine this Dominus tries to kill him. A unit of noise
charges,
marines.
so the Dominus is going to charge into...
It's relatively impossible, but we'll see.
Okay, looks like we got a crack grenade and a sonic blaster.
Only 3 attacks.
So blue will
he
be
actually
the crack.
can't wipe the unit.
Sure.
And they are fearless because of Abaddon, so
All right,
they're
2
going to stick
Sonic
around.
Blaster hits. You're assuming you're 5, so he takes a wound. Okay, so he's wounded. Oh, he's only T4. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're not that tough. They repair themselves, and they've got decent armor save. And he is gonna go a whopping.
Oh,
four.
by the way, this guy dying, he's just gonna pop 3 shots into your You can keep doing what you're doing because
Oh, the
3 hits.
cultists. Yeah.
Okay, 1 wounds
They
when you
should have a delightful agonies on
He's
them.
good.
Okay, you're good.
So if I went to there,
Real quick, do we roll the damage prevention on the cultists from the stubber shots?
Fuck, I completely forgot. Thanks. You know what? I forgot that. So, that's my mistake. I should have
you go.
remembered that I had Feel No Pain on them.
Austin's
I should have
gonna
done
eat
it for the assassin too. Now that I think about it.
I don't think it was on them when the assassin was attacking.
and then the Dominus is gonna put his into.
I don't
them, so
remember though.
3
That was a
attacks
while
in
ago.
3.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
I made sure it was outside
you
3.
That's fair. I would have done the same
Get
thing.
out of here.
All right, and then this guy's starting it.
Yeah.
Alright,
No,
that's
he
fair.
fell back. The Tech Priest.
Oh, he fell back. Okay,
Yeah.
so just the dominant.
Just the Dominus. Yeah.
2 wounds.
2 saves at
Probably 2.
-2. Yeah.
Okay, I'll lose 2 guys. So we'll just pull the dudes
Kills
back
them,
here.
yeah. Leaves the obsec on the
So I've
objective.
lost 3 in that unit this turn.
Not gonna kill it. Yeah, I think the stubbers maybe should have gotten into them. You need some
And
good
then
dice to wipe
you
that
can
unit this
fight
turn.
back.
Yep. So
Unfortunately.
let's see. We got 3, so I'll be 8 attacks. Well, 2 guys, but the champion. Okay. And forced wound, yeah. So 4 wounds. 1.
Takes one.
Yeah, take that, jerk. That's what you get for killing my friends. All right.
That's
Lucian.
me.
So I'll do the Noise Marines. They're good. The cultists.
They won't run anyway.
Yeah,
Will they?
outta
Because of Abaddon.
Oh, that's right. God, man, I'm forgetting my
He
own
wasn't
rules.
there. He wasn't with them before, but he is now.
It's true.
So I am holding your priority now, aren't I? So
Yeah, so you'll get bonus. I'm holding 2, and you're holding 2. So no one's getting hold more, but I think I still got.
yeah,
Killed
because you
2
killed
to 1.
Daedalus, the Vanguard
Yeah.
unit, and the Eversaw, and I think I only killed 1 unit.
Okay, so I think that's what it's going to look like. Finally, these guys came out to play, which I'm thrilled about. So we're going to do a reroll hits aura at the beginning of my turn. Oh, is it? Here we go.
My Canticle, I'm gonna choose reroll 1s in the fight phase.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to play this? I need to get a guy onto that objective
So I think we are at the stage of the game.
to get the bonus.
We're gonna
Actually, no,
start.
we don't.
It's gonna
We just
start
need to get
slipping
on
away
this
from
objective.
Walker. I think turn 2 he had a big swing back, but unfortunately wasn't able to confirm it on turn 3. And the Noise Marines engaging
Okay,
the Disintegrators
the
for 2 turns
sorcerer will
really hurt.
advance.
I imagine Abaddon kills one of these Disintegrators, and the Noise Marines will probably end up going down eventually to the
Okay, so we got that objective.
the Dominus here.
I mean, assuming we kill you. But, the Dark Apostle will advance.
We'll see how these
Does he need to
infiltrators
advance?
do against
Yeah.
the characters, but Walker may
he's
get
going
pick up another
10.
Headhunter or 2. He's maxed on Reaper. He should max on Engineers, but grab maybe kill hold for the rest of the game,
Armin.
putting him at a total of probably 23 to 25. Whereas
It's
Austin
close enough to do
looks
that.
like he will
Abaddon, what do
probably
you
end
wanna
up
do?
winning with a 35.
Probably get on that objective.
I imagine. It looks like Abaddon's not going to go for the disintegrators. Interesting. But that does sort of secure that objective
Okay.
for almost forever. I don't think
These
anything on the
rubrics
table
would
really threatens
like to
Abaddon at this
move,
point.
So I think they're going to. Okay. So we're going to jump into the psychic phase. So I'm going to start off with the rubrics. They're going to try and tell themselves.
Facade goes off this time.
Works.
I think we drop them back to objective 5. Oh, okay. I guess not. Where are we going?
And instant screen. All right. Then Araman is going to warp time Lucian,
Sure.
which goes off because he's got +1 to cast.
Yep.
Okay, that just yeeted the model over. I think it was about like right there. The sorcerer will go ahead and put diabolic strength on the, which fails. Oh, I get to reroll ones though, so that passes. So Lucius has got diabolic strength.
Ugh.
Can I fail this charge?
Potentially. Just roll double ones.
I think that's a 3. So even if I roll double ones, we don't fail. I probably kill this whole unit in melee, so I don't think we're gonna smite.
Famous last
So
words.
we're gonna go
That
prescience
guy
on the
is only strength 4.
prescience fails and he perils. Okay. How many wounds does Armin take? 2. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and put delightful agonies on the Lucius. That goes off. All right. I think that's it for psychic. So we're gonna jump into shooting. These guys are gonna fire 2 bolt pistols into your tech priest. Or sorry, I only have 1 bolt pistol. So champion as a chain. 1 hit. 1 wounds. AP 0.
Is this going to kill the tech priest? Oh!
Takes
Dead to a
another
bolt
wound.
pistol.
He's gone. Into the
Uh,
engine seer. Oh no, that's
no, that has to be in the
the
Dominus. Yeah,
The
you can't
shooting
shoot
the Dominus, yeah.
You can't shoot the
God, he
engine.
can't save anything.
Abaddon will shoot the engines here, though.
Sure.
Two wounds. Right? Because he's T4.
Yep.
AP1, though.
Got
Okay,
him.
he's dead.
Finally kills that guy.
Okay.
He survived for a while.
These rubrics are going
Abaddon
to
turning
open
around
fire and shoot.
Means that the Dominus will probably die now. Well, we'll certainly
should
die.
shoot
I don't
this
think there's a universe in which Abaddon doesn't
So
kill
we got
that guy.
2 in rapid fire range. So that would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And wounding on 5s. 1 wounds at AP2. Takes a wound.
Which one did you go at?
The one behind the forest. Yeah, that one.
Cool.
Alright, so we're going to jump into combat. So Lucius is going to charge the infiltrators.
Sure. Let's hope he dies in the edge. What have we got? 4 shots each. 3 shots each. Come on, 6 hits. Anything?
Jeez.
Oh, that's convenient.
Get
Alright,
outta
my
here.
charge.
Makes
Okay,
it.
5. That'll easily make it in. Okay, and then Abaddon's going to charge the tech priest.
Sure.
If I can get the dice in the box. There we go. All right. So you're out of CP, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with Lucius. Lucius has got 5 attacks plus 2, so that's gonna be 7.
The Dominus is just going to intervene, so that is basing Abaddon and
Okay.
the Noise Marine.
So Lucius, rerolling 1s, and 1 death to the False Emperor. Okay. Strength is 6, so 2's to wound. You're T3,
Yep.
right?
T3, yeah.
Oh, ouch. Okay. These wounds, these are AP3, 2 damage each.
So, how many dead?
But you get 6 up invulns, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you know what I get 6 up invulns and
That's the only thing about AdMech I
stuff.
remember.
Oh, saves 2 of them.
Oh, nice.
Only 3 go
Alright,
down,
so 4 are dead.
yeah.
Does he
Not
fight again or anything?
super shocked
Nope.
that Lucius doesn't kill that whole unit.
Just make sure I don't take the Princeps out, wherever.
These guys seem a little small.
Yeah, I expect to do a lot more damage there. Thought we were going to kill the whole unit. Okay, Abaddon. Does his sword try to eat
Or
his
Lucius
face?
is enormous.
Hopefully,
Lucius might be
yes.
enormous.
Nope. Alright. Sword's being real friendly today. I really appreciate that sword. Alright, and then he's got 7 attack. Okay, so re-rolling anything that's not a 5. Okay. And needing 3s to wound. Okay,
Ooh,
he's dead.
brutal.
Okay, go ahead and fight back over here.
They're all going to be in.
Yeah, I was really afraid of this. I'm gonna have to hope you fail on
What's
morale.
his toughness? He's got delightful agonies as well, doesn't he? So,
He does.
what have I got? 2, 2, 3. So 9 attacks. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s for my Canticle.
All right, 4. And these are power weapons. All right,
Yeah.
so I passed 2.
They're only single damage.
Okay, so I take 2 wounds. I'll do the Feel No Pain, and then on a 4+, you take a mortal wound. So you take 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
And then we'll do Delightful Agonies. Takes 1 wound.
So he's alright.
Okay. I think that's it for fighting. So go ahead and do morale.
So they lost 4.
So that
leadership, 7.
takes the bonus away, I think. Unless they run. No, they're okay.
I think you're good.
Takes the bonus away from Walker.
Yeah. Just.
And
Okay,
blocks the hold
cool.
more.
So we're gonna jump over to you, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna get kill 1, hold 1. I'm not getting bonus because you took that from. Oh wait, am I holding your super? No, I'm
No, it's in that
not.
corner.
I think that's it.
Florian didn't get the inclusion of Abaddon from the initial list, but he's doing work now. Yeah, I agree. I think he's just a solid linebacker in this list. He makes the whole army fearless, which is good in and of itself. He gives some command points, which is solid. And otherwise, he's just a big, punchy boy, which is real strong.
These Noise Marines, isn't it?
What are we doing?
I think they're gonna end up closer.
Yeah. Because how far away?
Oh, trying to shoot the characters to grab headhunters? Yeah. You can probably hit the Noise
How many turns I got
Marines
left?
with
2.
the other disintegrator. He for sure
Let's
should kill
back him up.
2.
Why not?
And that will probably make you closer to Lucius.
Oh, I'll put him
I think you have to pull the Sicarians out of Lucius to grab that bonus point again.
Did it.
Out of melee with Lucius, I should say.
Last turn of engineers, so he's good.
Everybody in chat, welcome. Sounds like some new people jumped in. We got some early morning 40K for all you US folks. Where are we going? Why are we going so far away?
To go that far, actually.
Yeah, you just need to ring the edge of this objective. Just stay outside 3. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Jesus.
Just right click there, bud. What are you doing?
I just don't want to be there. Those things are fast. They got 8-inch moving. That's nuts.
Do you know what? They're pretty, they're not gonna kill much other than cultists and stuff, but they can play objectives.
Yeah, I think so.
I put on the stream and Trevor said he'd poo-pooed them earlier, but they do the job. They'll be replaced, but they've done the job for me in this event anyway.
That's fair. What are you going to replace them with? The new cavalry
Probably
guys?
the cavalry are really good because they get a pre-game move where they can move, there's the strat where they can fall back, so you can just use them to move blocks. So like I'm playing a possessed army in the first game, and I can just use them to move block the possessed, and if the possessed charge them, then I just move them 12 inches back and they don't get charged. So
what? They can do that?
It's 2 CP, yeah. Instead of shooting Overwatch,
That's
move.
so dumb.
So they just move 12. So there's going to be some interesting lists. Right, shooting. So
that's pretty cool. Definitely, this gives those guys a pretty interesting use.
Don't have line of sight on him. Disintegrator. 17 point.
Yeah.
3 up save, so he's on 4s. He'd be on 3s because of his cover. Mortar into Lucius.
Okay.
Stubbers and missiles into the noise marines. Do I want to shoot that one first, actually?
I think you want to shoot the Dune Rider first and try to kill those noise marines with it.
Let's see if I can get lucky and kill Lucius.
The Stubbers aren't really going to do too much to
not bad.
The rubrics, but I guess it's probably a similar chance to kill the noise marines since they're +1 toughness.
3 at -1.
Ooh.
Good.
Dear.
Makes all the saves. Unfortunate.
Stubbers at the noise marines. 3.
Bad roll here.
Yep, no AP.
1 goes down.
1.
Missiles. 5.
Oh, this should get him though.
Two at -2.
Yep,
GG.
and the Noise Marines are dead.
They're finally dead.
Alright, so we're going to go
Took the
6
entire
shots.
But they finally went down.
Into the wounded thing.
Disintegrate.
Alright, so, yep. Hits and 1 wounds.
He's
Yep.
good. Next disintegrator, just putting everything into the rubrics.
Okay. Can't be upset about the Noise Marines dying. Those guys really hold their weight this game.
Yeah, the extra toughness makes a big difference.
Yeah,
No minus on these guys anymore.
correct.
2 up saves.
Good.
Water.
Is this thing brack? Oh, you healed it.
Oh, it's on 9 anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was on 6. Okay.
3, 6 again. Just 1 at -1.
Oof. Ugh.
Good.
Ah,
That was the one you kind of expect to do a bunch of damage against
3
the
shots
rubrics,
from
but
the
that
missile.
roll was pretty bad.
1 at -2.
1 at -2. Okay. So 1's dead. Okay.
The transport, putting its stubbers into them.
Okay.
The red one, this is not the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this army's resilience against the stubbers is really showing how powerful it
All
is.
twos.
Between everything being a rubric marine or toughness 5, not much that this anti-infantry shooting can do. I imagine we see
And
a
then
charge
the
here.
June Rider's going to charge.
Although
Okay.
they can just
So
facade
we
out
have
of
1
melee, so
crack
I don't know if
grenade
it's
from the
really
sorcerer
necessary,
and
but at least you make
shot.
them roll it. Although you might eat a couple points of damage for that further trouble, but this being the bottom of 5, I don't know if there's much else to do that can kill that guy.
Oh, nice. The crack grenade hits. And 1 wound.
Strength of a crack grenade.
It's only a
6.
6. Yeah, it's not going to go
Toughness
through.
6 on the transport.
Oh, is it?
So-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 7 on the disintegrator, 6 on the transport. So
Okay.
crack grenade.
Good.
He's good anyway.
And then 1
and then
AP2. 1 wound.
Takes
He's
1.
one. All right. Well, get on in there, buddy. Good job, little transport.
Okay, go
A little
for it.
Dune Rider that could.
7. So he's going to go that way. Just get him. That's it for charges. These guys just outside 3.
Okay.
So disintegrator. So just
Yep.
I'm gonna leave him there actually, because otherwise we're just getting closer to.
Okay.
I think you want to base these guys so that they can't ring around you. You can
Ah,
base them and move sort of this way
3 attacks
to force their moves
6
to go
hits.
that way, so that they can't
Nice.
really make distance on the objective. Although they're probably gonna just teleport out of melee anyway. As
1.
it stands, they can all just move
Yep.
6 and then fall back.
Good. I'll pile.
Oop. Bumping
Just
stuff
moved it.
around.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think we're not getting 1 guy. So we'll do 6 rubric attack.
So I think that leaves Austin with hold more,
Okay,
or with
3 hit.
kill more this turn. They hold the
For 4
same.
hit. And 5s. All right, 3 wounds.
Good.
Good.
And Walker will continue to
And
bonus,
then the
getting himself up to
sorcerer.
21 points by the end of the turn. But then Austin scoring that kill more, going up to 30.
Okay, 2 hits.
Next
each
turn, he
5s.
should pull
Nothing.
a 3-point primary on his turn, and then has a
Then
reasonable
end
chance of
turn.
going to
So you're gonna get kill 1, and I'm gonna get kill more. And are we still getting hold more? You're holding that one. So you're holding 2.
A
and
5-point
I'm holding 2.
primary if he's able to kill a bunch of these vehicles.
And I'll bonus for holding that one again.
Yeah. Okay. So my turn. We're gonna do reroll hits aura. It doesn't matter. He's gonna be on the objective, so he'll just advance. Okay, so he gets on there. All right. Lucius will move over here. All these go away. This sorcerer. Go there. Armin's gonna go just so I can get line of sight on that tank. Okay. Probably a little bit back though. Alright, Abaddon. Okay. Psychic phase. Actually, do we just want to move our... No. Yeah, so psychic phase, so we're going to... there's a wounded guy in here. Okay, so we're just going to go Diabolic Strength on the... Goes off, Delightful Agonies. Fails. Okay. Aramin will do Smite into the Disintegrator. Oh, it's a super smite.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Big money. I don't think that's going to make a huge
3
difference,
mortal
but may
wounds
bracket
on
it
the
for shooting.
Disintegrator right here. And then he's going to then...
Yeah, but on may just be
probably
looking for a
wolf
long
time.
charge here.
Oh, no. Never mind. He's only got a couple of wounds left. So, what we are going to do then is teleport the rubrics. Goes off.
Yeah, so that they can block for the characters. That's a good move.
And Armin's just going to hang out with his friends over here.
Ultimately, I don't know if it makes a huge difference.
Let's see.
But it does secure that objective,
prescience.
so you can probably
Yeah,
get your
sure. We'll
hold
try
more
and
this
throw
turn.
prescience on. Goes off. Okay, shooting phase. Abaddon's going to fire into the Disintegrator. Okay. 5s. Nothing. Okay. The rubrics. Sure, the rubrics will shoot it. Nah, that's a waste of time. Okay. We're just going to go... Lucius is going to fire his Doom Siren first.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 shots. Okay, 1 wounds at AP2.
One of these guys is wounded already, I believe.
So kills the wounded guy.
Yep.
And then he's going to crack his whip. Hitting on 2s. And then because he's boosted up in strength, so wounding on 2s. 1 wounds at AP1.
AP what?
AP1.
So they're good.
Okay. We'll throw a crack grenade with the sorcerer. Hits. Wounds. Good. All right. So
What's the AP?
Flaunting that 4-up save.
you're good. You're good. It's 81.
That's just one.
Oh, right, okay, fine.
Right. Lucius will charge the dude over here. Go ahead and Overwatch.
Go get him, Stubbers. Pew.
9 shots. Nothing. I need to see what my cancel is this turn as well, actually. Morale.
Okay.
These guys have rolled 33
Lucius goes
dice
in
and rolled no
5.
6s on them. It's pretty silly.
Okay, and we'll bring the sorcerer in too, just to make
Not
sure.
that the chances that they do much damage is very high, but it is a funny
Okay, he
statistic.
gets in. All right, so we'll go Lucius. Yeah. Okay, so hitting on 2s, all hit, 1 death for false emperor. Okay, and wounding on 2s. Did that roll these dice?
Dunno. They'll be dead anyway.
I'm just gonna roll them because I don't think it.
All right.
Okay. All right. So 6. Okay, they're dead.
Yep.
So that's going to be my turn. So we're gonna get kill 1, hold 1 bonus. I'm gonna max out mark for death.
The mark for death.
Yep.
And that's me.
Cool. So.
So the only option that Walker has at this point, this disintegrator
He has
may
all
be able to
damage.
squeak through this gap
Maybe
to get shots into Lucius to
Yeah.
try to kill him, or the sorcerer, either one, to grab a headhunter.
Who knows?
Looks like they can squeak through. But I don't think that he is going to be able to block the hold more unless
Let's
this
see if I can scrape a few headhunters
tank
points
can
together.
charge in
Unlikely, but who knows?
and engage on objective 1.
4
Assuming all of
each.
the rubrics somehow die.
Invent on
I think you shoot everything
Lucy
into
saw the sorcerer
5 plus.
on both.
The sorcerer doesn't have an invuln.
Okay. So I'm gonna put the missiles and the stubbers into the sorcerer. He's on terrain now, isn't he, as well? I'm gonna have to get. But I might as well just make sure I get the kill. Be stupid. Let's start with the red disintegrator. Just putting into the rubrics. Let's see if I can get lucky. Any minus on these anymore? You got a minus on the rubrics, or?
No minus.
Ugh,
Just 2.
yeah, unlucky.
2 ups.
I don't think that's going to make a big difference there.
Okay, how many? 9?
2.
Oh, 2.
I wish it.
Okay.
I wish it was 9. You can roll 9.
I
if
just
you want.
looked over your side. Okay, good.
Right.
See if we can grab a character kill here, I think.
Halving damage. God, that would have won it. Right. Let's just make sure I get a kill and not be greedy. It's gonna be too much. I'm gonna put the missiles at Lucius. I'm gonna put the mortar and the stubbers into the sorcerer. I am gonna be greedy because I don't really care. I'm not gonna place that well based on my points because all my games are always really tight. I might as well see if I can. So stubbers at the sorcerer.
Oof.
3 on his armor.
Brutal.
Takes a wound.
Mortar. Two at -1.
Good.
The greed has cost me. Missiles. Not enough. 1 at -2.
He saves
Would've
it.
saved it anyway.
Yikes. Brutal.
Oh, I'm not going to get this unit kill. Never mind.
Unfortunate.
Rubrics.
Yeah, I was spectacularly unlucky right there.
I should have just tried to shoot the rubrics. I wanted those juicy heads. Disintegrator, the other one.
Thank you.
Missiles and stubbers into Abaddon. 5 guys left. I'll put the mortar into the rubrics. It's my best chance of getting the kill.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it was not to be, I think, ladies and gentlemen. At least kills 2 rubrics.
This is on the rubrics, yeah?
Yeah.
And I don't believe that his shots could mathematically kill. I guess they could if he rolled an insane amount of 6s on his missile launcher.
Nah, right, we'll call it there.
All right.
I'm not going to kill him.
GG, dude. So
I'll just get hold one at the end there.
Killed. You're going to get a hold one. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the final score.
So 22-36, everyone.
Yeah.
For the end of the game.
I was saying when
that
you went
coming
for a toilet break earlier, I gave up those transports too easily to the noise marines at the start, but
yeah, I was talking to my chat about this. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of people don't shoot those initially, right?
Only stupid people. Because you need to, you've got to pop the priests out of the tanks.
Yes, exactly.
Because you need to shoot them, and if they're in tanks, they get out within 3, then they get the 6-inch move.
Yep.
It's like they get 10 inches rather than just their 6-inch move.
Yeah.
Because of the size of the base.
I've fought so many Sisters players with the stupid Repentia unit.
Yeah.
So I know whenever there's like a scary melee unit in a Rhino, just blow up the Rhino, and then that unit's not very scary now.
Yeah, because I played Chaos in the last game too, except he was just like 40-man cultist squads with Abaddon stood in the middle, and I was just in my corner, shooting what I could. I didn't even kill a unit in like the first turn because there was no point trying to put myself out there. But then because I had like Electro Priest still to come in, he sort of came in to try and tag my stuff with some were they noise marines as well? I don't know. But he came in to tag me with some stuff, but then that let me come out, get the priests out, charge the guys to use them for the movement to get into the middle of the board. And then they just fought twice and killed all his characters in the middle and Abaddon.
Yeah.
Got the 3-up invuln, and that's because you sort of pinned me at the back of the board and popped the tanks, they couldn't get anywhere, and that's why it was comfortable for you. Because I couldn't get enough up the board.
I couldn't push onto your objectives until the Electro Priests were dead, but I knew as long as I like sat here and here, and then just shot the transports, then yeah, there wasn't a whole lot you could do.
Yeah, and I couldn't really keep them back because, I mean, there was those rubrics there, and they charged and killed a fair few of them. Problem was that I couldn't. I maybe could have kept them back again, but they were going to have to do that at some point because I couldn't kill the rubrics with anything else. But at least I managed to make a game out of it. I thought I was pretty screwed at first, but the obliterators, you sort of just gave
really misplayed them.
You could have just put them over here or something, and just shot the tanks that way here. Yeah.
Completely
I was
agree.
like,
I was actually
there, I'll just get all these guys out because they're right in the middle. So I was like, I've got the guys here and the guys on this side, and they just moved into the middle and just blew them away because I thought they were just going to tear apart my disintegrators, to be honest.
The main reason why I put them here is because I wanted to draw fire away from the noise marines. So I expected them to die, but I didn't expect them to die as fast as they.
It's because with the +1 to hit, if I just go +1 to hit on the plasma and re-rolling ones on shooting, it's all hitting. Yeah.
And I screwed up my positioning on my sorcerer. He didn't have line of sight to put Delightful onto them. Oh no, we tried to put Delightful on the noise marines. That's what it was, and that failed. I remember.
But yeah, I looked at the list and I was like, so your rubrics don't care about most of my shooting, and your noise marines are going to kill all my stuff if I shoot them and they're not in the transports. And then there were T5 as well, which just reduces my stubber effectiveness massively. I
really like this army. I've been playing it for about 3 months, And my current list actually looks a little bit different from this. I actually run a Possess Bomb instead of the Blitz,
Oh yeah.
which works a million times better. But yeah, this is still a pretty strong list. Abaddon is key. This guy, I rarely play a game where this guy isn't like an MVP.
Plus, it lets you run the big units
Yeah.
without fear of morale, and they're
Yeah.
pretty damn tough as well. So
Yeah. And that guy is just a monster late game. If you protect him and play him well, like he will win the game on his own.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah, these are like my last games of that engine where I've got one other final game to play against Raven Guard, which will be it. Well, I need first turn against the Raven Guard again, because
yeah,
if I get first turn, I can put you in a position you don't want to be in, where I'm sort of midway up the board, shooting all your stuff. But if your stuff comes to fight the middle of the board, the priests just get to charge into whatever they feel like. So
yeah,
I need to get that first turn against that guy, and then start using engine war stuff, which
that'll be
massively
nice.
buffs my stuff. Yeah, yeah. But no, it was a good game. I enjoyed that. Thanks.
Yeah,
And,
I feel like
congrats on the
both
pod
of us.
win.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is the only pod that I've played that everyone's not running artillery spam. So I saw this pod and I'm like, oh my god, I might actually win. Oh my god, the other pod I was playing in was like Eldar, triple Night Spinner, Space
And all
Marines,
the
3 Thunder
platforms
Fire
just
Cannons,
tied in.
three
Yeah.
Scorpions, like every single game. Ugh. It's brutal, man. I hate getting shot with artillery.
Yeah. What did I play in this? I played like Marines Chaos twice. My other pod I played a Tyranids guy, but they've been alright, the ones I've been in. The latest one I'm in's just got like 2 other Admech dudes,
Yeah.
Eldar, and there's a few interesting lists in there, but I've got to play a possessed bomb.
Oof.
But with I've got the new tools, so like
You can
the
kind
new
of deal with
traits
the
can let my
bombs.
vehicles, yeah,
The
because
bombs on the planes will really deal with number on the possessed.
yeah, I've only got 2 units of priests as well, so I've taken like 1 shooter unit that I mentioned earlier, where they'll get
Yeah.
like, they're only 12-inch range, but if they get out the tank and shoot at the possessed, they'll, with the rerolls from call, because I'll be Mars and not Styges, they should tear them decent number. And then I've just got 1 unit of the combat ones just to try and get up on a 3-up invuln and cause problems for people. But then because I've got the 2 flyers, I've got 2 of the gunships, because they can just fly around the board. The only thing he's got that can hurt them really is the demon princes, so I can just
Why I
fly
don't like double
away from
possess
them.
bomb. That's exactly why.
Yeah,
I think it limits. You just get shit on by the Admech now, but Eldar flyers just rip that army
yeah,
apart.
that's the thing. Like he's gonna have to be so careful with his character placement, because I'm not just an army sat at the back of the board like this would be. And the Admech flyers can turn twice when they're moving, so they can just like U-turn and stuff.
Yeah.
Or I can sort of just move them, like go 10 that way and then go 10 that way. And if I'm moving up the board with call, I can sort of zigzag the flyers so that they're getting full rerolls from call along with the disintegrators as well. So they're pretty cool. I wouldn't want to spam more than that. And I think in 9th I'll probably end up running a single battalion.
Yeah.
For max CP. So
Yeah, I'm probably switching over to probably Death Guard for Chaos, but we'll see.
yeah, my brother's looking forward to it because well, he lives down the road from me, so
Yeah.
I can play him once he gets his new rules. But I need to bloody build all this new stuff I've got, because I've got all these tanks like the transports and stuff. This is what I play in real life, but I've got the cavalry and the flying guys and 3 flyers, but just need to get all that stuff built and magnetized properly and painted. Right, I'm gonna get off and get some lunch. But
Yeah, fair enough, man.
thanks again for the
Awesome.
game. Congrats.
Thanks for the game, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, Austin, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And congrats on both you guys for getting to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
Your score's been input, so you don't have to submit anything. So you're all set.
Great. Cool.
Awesome, dude.
Right.
Can't wait to watch the replay on this game. Excited.
Cool, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah,
you
you too.
too.
See you guys later.
All right, chat. That's gonna be it for me for now. If you want more Tabletop Simulator content, I'll be streaming on AOWPI at about 3 p.m. Eastern time. So that is about 6 hours from now. I'll be over there at twitch.tv/AOWPI, just like the overlay says. You can go hang out with that. That'll be my Pod 20 game. Is that right? Am I in Pod 20? I don't know. That sounds right. I'm gonna be playing some Genestealer cults. I've never played them before, so you get to learn Genestealer cults live with me. That'll be fun. So head on over there. At about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, I'll be live there. And otherwise, keep it classy, folks. I think we have a couple more finals coming up this week, so I will get those up on the stream schedule as soon as we're ready to go. For people, I got a couple messages from people trying to get into pods. For those trying to get into pods, some hot tips. Rapid Fire Pod 3, I think last night it had 2 spaces left. I don't know if that is still true. We'll just double check real quick. But that one is just about to launch as soon as it fills up. So if you're itching for some TTS competition, you can jump in that one, and that will launch almost immediately. Yeah, 2 spaces left in Rapid Fire Pod 3. Additionally, the global waitlist is actually being a little slow right now. And if you jump on there, if we get enough people on the global waitlist, I think there are 10 people on it right now. Once we get to 16, we'll launch a pod immediately out of that one. So that might be a place to go if you want to jump in a pod early. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 people on there currently. So if you want to jump into a pod immediately, jump on the global waitlist. If we get 7 more, we'll launch a global pod. Otherwise, the other waitlists are launching as normal. Patrons obviously get early access, so you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/tacticaltortoise, and you'll get early access to T5S2 pods. Otherwise, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. I think it was an interesting one. Turn 2 was definitely had the potential to spin the game right around, but unfortunately Walker wasn't quite able to turn it all the way around, and ended up going down to the might of the Heretic Astartes. Although he did still have 4 tanks on the board, 2 disintegrators. Stayed around until the end of the game. Was certainly up on attrition, but that is how things go in an aggro matchup. Again, that's going to be it for me. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good one. Have a good morning, if it is morning for you, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I'll catch you later. Keep it classy, folks.